Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night's messages of love from above. I cannot believe it is Sunday night already again. But here we are, and I'm excited for the messages. Before we get started, though, as always, going to send love out to the world. If you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live or even on replay, I do welcome that. We join together, we multiply love out to the world. We meet outside of space and time. So, regardless of when you watch the video, you can definitely join in sending love. So, I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. I'm going to use this beautiful feather just to clear away any of the clutter that will distract us this evening and clear the energy, allow that unconditional love energy to flow down into our hearts, fill us up and flow out to the world, circling the globe in a giant, giant, giant bubble of unconditional love, sparking hearts, sparking third eye and crown chakras, throat chakras, and heart chakras, allowing things to flow of love from above, unconditional love. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love energy for your mind, for your heart, for your body, for a loved one, for situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now. Igniting your heart, igniting your third eye, your connection to the higher realms. Let's take it in like a giant hug from the universe. So you are loved unconditionally. You are made of unconditional love, which allows you to overflow and unconditionally love the world and realize the world is made of unconditional love. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let me put the feather over here out of the way. And before we get into the readings, I do want to share a couple things. First, on Friday night, I did post information around the new moon in Gemini and how you can make the most of the new moon wishes. You can still use that energy. And so here is the link to the video. I did start it at 5:55. There's a link in the pinned comment of that video. If you want to click on it, it'll take you right to it, but it gives you information how you use new moon wishes, but how you can use the Gemini energy of the new moon to make it even more powerful. So that is available to you. Also, last chance to enter my giveaway for tomorrow. Every Monday, I have a giveaway where I give away at least one personal recorded reading, but I'm giving away two 30-minute personal recorded readings tomorrow. And that video tells you how you can get into that drawing. Every Tuesday, I do put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the following Monday and how you can get into those drawings. So be sure, if you're interested in possibly winning one, check it out. Also, last week, I introduced a new weekly video series I'll be doing called Take 10 with Zen, which are videos that are 10 minutes and under. It's not a whole lot of time, but they are designed to help us. One, I'm going to be answering questions from my subscribers. So if you have questions, you can, or content, a subject you want to discuss, just put it down there in the comments of the video, and it even has my email if you want to kind of send it that route. And if you don't feel comfortable or want to put it out there for everyone else to see, you can do that too. There's also a special giveaway in that video for a 30-minute personal recorded reading, just for the rollout. So be sure to check that out if you want to get into that drawing too. And then, of course, we have every month I put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're a little past halfway through month of June already. So be sure to check that out if you want to see what Spirit has for you for the month of June. They did go into quite a bit of detail, and this one was focusing in on like this. Um, what are you already vibrating at a higher love vibration that Spirit wanted to give you kudos around? And then also, if there's anything unseen that we might be having at a lower vibration that we can raise if we so wish to. So, a lot of good information there. And then each week, I also put out at least one pick a card reading. And this last week's was what can I be watching for? What does Spirit want me to be aware of that is coming our way, right? And I have a ton of other pick a cards, of course, available on my main screen if you ever want to check those out. All right. I think that was all the things I wanted to talk about. We will get into the readings here. Let me just get my desktop set up here. And let me see here. I don't want to, there we go. Didn't want to click the wrong button and lose everything. Um, so if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. And we have a wonderful soul family here with people full of great senses of humor and huge hearts. So welcome to the family. And how the free readings work is I do go down first come, first serve for the free readings. There's no special, list or anything. The chat is the list. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, and Spirit knows. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, and then I go down, I dive deeper into those, pull extra cards. And then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings, usually on for probably about 2 hours or so, depending on how many questions I get. Very rarely is it less than 2 hours, usually more. So I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Um, and then also in the pinned comment and the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So whatever dollar amount you want to make is up to you. I don't have a set amount because I do know, all of our income changes from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet. So um, that is how that works. All right, alarm girl, back in effect. Hey, LA, you're so funny. All right, so I am going to be using. I love these round tarot, so we will be using those this evening along with the good tarot. And I do have a couple of donations that came in via email and PayPal, um, Cash App, and Venmo. So we will start there, and and then we'll jump into the free readings. So the first one that came up here, let me scroll up here, was random. So random, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know a general for next week? What is coming in? What does Spirit want you to know about next week? And then Nicole, you'll be up next. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about next week? All right. So we have coming in here. Okay. Well, you do have some new opportunities that are opening up here. And I feel here with the Hierophant here, and also the King of Swords, that there is this opportunity here. You're going to be diving a little deeper into your capital T truths. And this is an invitation, like from your higher self in the spirit realm, just to dive deeper. And you're finding out even more and more and more about what it is you're wanting to do. And I feel like it's knowledge and information here because which all this Gemini energy, I'm not surprised because we're so mental with this new, this new energy coming in. But we've got the King of Swords. So definitely there's this, This Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the higher realms and cut away old knowledge and information that no longer serves you. But you have this great opportunity this week that comes in here. And I like this because it's like you're you got death and rebirth and you have the tower removing things and changing things and not rattling, because rattling is more like the devil card where it's rattling your beliefs. This is like this expansion. This is like this. It just feels like it's funny because when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing young Frankenstein. If you've ever seen the movie Young Frankenstein, um, it has like Gene Wilder in it, I think, and but this is like, "Zzz," and that's what brings Frankenstein to life. And he's like doing putting on the Ritz, he's singing, and it's really like this brings life to you is what I feel like this, not the regular meaning of the tower card, but it's like just and here it comes because it's alive, it's alive. So whatever this knowledge is that comes in here, it really does help you have this spark, and I like it. So there's some great. It's like your spiritual posse's putting down some truths that are transformative here. So I really like it. It's a wonderful information coming in here, and I do want to. I have some little extra cards I added. These little. This one is the divine directions. Oops, there we go. Well, here we go. Whoops. We've got this says home, and kind of it's not really too clear there, but I'll read it anyway. There it goes. And it says, it's time to renovate or change something in your home environment or move home. But I feel like it's more changing something in your home environment is kind of this message that's coming in here. I just feel like there's this change that, happens internally. And I don't feel so much externally. So I like that. If you haven't seen young Frankenstein, it's hilarious. They're like, what brain did you get?" They were supposed to get, like, this scientist and, the little I forget what his name is. He used to have a one eye that would look different in a different direction, but he played a good Igor, and "I got Abby Normal's brain," and it was abnormal. Fun times, fun times. Great movie. 'Cause he sings, "Putting on the Ritz." Too fun. All right. But that's what they have for you random. So I'm excited for this week coming up here for you. All right. And then Nicole, you are up next. So thank you for your donation. You are very welcome. All right. And Nicole, what changes are coming? Uh-oh. Winter's coming, right? Can you help give clarity about them? Sure. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, they went and then those three. Okay. So let's take a look here. You got 2, 3, and 3. So let's see what these changes are. Are there 3 changes coming? Okay, well, this is a good change because you got the Magician and the 8 of Pentacles. These are very positive, although aren't all tarot cards positive in the end? I know, right? These are right off the bat, though. Others eventually show us what the positive spin is, but these are right off the bat because the 8 of Pentacles shows that you've been putting in the work. There is this movement in the outside world that is this, energy of, you know, whatever you've been putting the work into, and even the energy into here with the magician. There's this manifestation that's happening with these cards, and all these changes are initiated by your energy and things coming. But this 8 of Pentacles tells me that with these changes and this movement that's happening, it does bring us to a fork in the road, and it's never the path. Like, one of the options is not going forward the same. It's gotta go up or down, up or out. And so whether it's work or relationship or home or whatever it is, it's like things can't stay the way they are. And you've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the energy to where you're ready to fly like a butterfly. And if anyone else has not done the work and they're not a butterfly, it's like you're running to a cliff to take off and fly, and they're like, "Er," and they can't go with you, and you're not gonna carry them. So, whether it's like I said, it's job, relationship, friendship, whatever these things are that are coming, it's like it's time for you to fly, and it's okay, you know, because if you grab the caterpillar to try to take him with you, you're both gonna go over the edge. The caterpillar will stop before it goes over, but you're gonna jettison and fly, and your beautiful wings are gonna be put to use, because you're not walking anymore. And I like this here. So it does seem like one of them has to do with the relationships, huh? Because we've got the relationships card here. Lovers card, relationships. It doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. This is going to be best friends, family, whatever relationship. There is this conflict, right? That's being initiated here because they can't go where you're going to go. Because whoever this is, whatever relationship or situation this is, there is this realization, this the conflict. I feel like it makes its way in the outside world, but a lot of it is internal, right? It's like I I can't I can't stay in the situation the way it is, and I almost feel like here you get the sun card, so there's a happy ending to this for you. Maybe not for them, but for you, because they're like, why you gotta rock the boat? Why you gotta, want more?" And you're just like, "'Cause I'm a butterfly. Butterflies need to go and rise." Butterflies don't walk around, you know, because they have this, ability, they have this talent for flight now, and this is what's coming in here. There's this brightness, this victory that's headed towards you here with relationship that, it's transformative, and that's what happens here. 5 is the number of transformation. Like I was talking about, aren't all cards great? Well, this one starts off looking like, "Oh, no," whenever we have a change card. It's like, "Uh-oh," but it transforms something conflicting to something that's freeing. So, it does come in here, and it's like, just know that it is for your highest. I mean, these are 2 major arcana, which are significant, significant changes for your good. Sun, 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 one of the most victorious cards that's coming in here. Yeah, and I see that there's been, along with like this Eight of Pentacles, this is like you've been putting in the work and now things are starting to move. Well, the tempering has been going on too. You've been, that tempering is this going back and forth between the 2 cups, and it's been moving and moving and moving and moving more towards gold and for you to move forward. And this is usually like, oh, a patience card, but bam, you got the 8 of wands, which is fast, fast movement. So we've put in all the timing, like with the 8 of, you have the 2 eights here. You've put in the time for all the work, and now things are moving. It's almost like one of those roller coasters that goes from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds. It's like, put your head against the little headrest, because you're about to go whoa and head off. And I like it because here you are headed off into higher knowledge, higher awareness, higher communication, seeing things from different perspectives. And if you're looking at higher education, and if you were looking at asking about, going to, college or getting a higher, expansion of your knowledge, this is definitely like a thumbs up and a nudge for it. But so much, Nicole, here is just wonderful positive movement. And, spirit is just saying, try not to um, as I feel bad. I know it's hard not to, but if you have to make these choices, you have put in the work, and butterfly gotta fly, right? And so I like it. I like the changes that are coming because you have, like, it's evolution. You're changing, you're growing. And if other people aren't, and other, jobs or situations aren't, then you outgrow it. You shed it like a snake. The skin's too tight. It can't keep you in there anymore. You have to move forward. You have to move on. So I really like those for you. I also want to pull here, and I want to do from the heart little card here. Let's see what spirit has here. So I can do this. It says, I am safe to explore new love with others. Fly, butterfly, fly. You ready for butterfly love, not caterpillar love? So that's what's coming, Nicole. Hopefully that resonates and was helpful. And that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Yeah, I did receive 2 PayPals, knock on wood. So far, the 2 emails came through. So thank you so much. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Appreciate your donations. Let's see here. So number el numero uno coming in here. And thank you so much. You're so sweet. Okay. All right. So let's take a look here. So that was a deep question, or an inclusive question here. Excuse me. So let's take a look here. So the first part of it is okay. So is it just movement or out? Let's take a look here. Okay. And 2 weeks. Okay. Run, run, run. Okay. So, we've got the moon, this mysterious unknown, and this, the King of Cups is balancing heart and mind. And with these, it just feels like there's a lot of, you know, unknowns. I feel like they don't even know at this point. They're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And, there's just like this, you know, thing here. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, well, it makes sense with the wishy-washiness of the boss man, right? It's like one moment they have, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then, well, I thought about it. No, maybe I want to do this, and well, and it's like it's gonna depend on what day it ends up happening, right? That they're just like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So, and that makes sense too. Is like, why 2 weeks? Because they're trying to figure things out, and they're going here between these feelings of wish fulfillment and these feelings of loss, and these feelings of wish fulfillment, these feelings of loss. And I just feel like they're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And they're trying to decide, um, are they going to make this leap to try to make their dreams come true? Or are they just going to accept the losses and do the cuts, right? So, yeah, I still feel like that ultimately they see letting you go, but because that's what we originally had. But when we're asking, do they want to do this or do they want to do that? It's like they just keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between those different options because they're looking at it. But ultimately, we know that the wishy-washiness always wins out with them because they're like, uh, the fears kick in and they're just like, "Okay, we just gotta do this." Like, "Are we gonna take this leap? No, 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 no." It's like they get to the edge of the huge diving board and go, "No, no, it's okay." They go back and they go back down the ladder and say, "That's okay, I don't wanna do that." Because ultimately, let me just verify here, and see if anything has changed, but I don't feel it. No, yeah. Empress, new birth, so that is, moving, to that new place because it is this, freedom, this new birth that happens, so, it's not, movement, this is harvest and new birth, so that confirms it for us too. So that's what they have for that one, and then number 2, so you're asking if he has told them about you, right? Because you would know if he's told you about their friends. I know I'm picking up what you're putting down here. So, is it a secret? Alright. I know. I know, I know, I know, I know. Okay. Yeah. He has, because we got the magician and this, and they're just like they're very excited and passionate, so they have shared it, and I feel like only with their closest friends, not like everyone, because, they're sharing things like, how the change of thinking, the way of thinking, the movement from old ways to new ways, and, this the way that you have got them to think around things differently, and that as well. So they do have this, type of energy that, is there. You're um, I want to say teaching them things, but you're giving them, these, ways of looking at things from a different perspectives, and they like that. They're just like, wow. And I feel like they also are mentioning your energy and how fiery you are, but intelligent you are. So I like that. And they also are sharing their fears, of course. That's why it's with only their close friends, because they're just like, I don't know, you know, I just, they open up to these few. I feel like it's like two friends that they open up to, and they're just like, I don't know, you know, what if, da 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 da, and they're like, dude, don't be a wuss. So I like that. I like that. So good stuff there. I really feel like they're doing that. And then your second donation here, thank you again. Okay. Okay, very good. So let's take a look here. So we'll see here. Is it in that specific, realm of, industry? And then, okay, they want me to look at that first here. I feel like here, we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is, like this balancing. It's like it's almost like they're going, sort of, but there's like this divine masculine energy in here too, and, we have this new adventure, this new thing. So I feel like it's like a whole new way of looking at, possibly healthcare, and because there's these new ideas and wanting to be a leader among this, and so there's this changing here, and I feel like it's kind of all encompassing. But I feel like they're looking at introducing like a just a new way of approaching, um, healthcare. You know how like when they first started doing video doc, it's like something that they're wanting to do that is kind of on the cutting edge and something that they're wanting to bring in, and they're bringing in I feel like they're marrying 2 types of things. Not sure what it is, but because it's a trade secret and they don't want me blabbing it out here. But there's these, but it's like bringing together 2 significant things in healthcare that, is a cool new, like I said, cutting edge type of thing. So I feel like it's more than that. It's it involves it, but involves, so many different things that marries a whole bunch of stuff together, if that makes sense. I mean, let's take a look here. What is this gonna do for you? How is this gonna pivot? See how is this gonna impact your okay. Right? You're like exciting. I don't feel like you're gonna be bored. Yay! Right. Wow. So this does impact you here. So for one, good money here. You've become where you feel really financially independent and very secure here. Nine is by yourself, so independent. And here with spirit, but you're one the outside world, the feelings of money and abundance feels very solid, but also this is about your worth and how you see yourself different. And I like it. It just makes you I feel like you feel appreciated finally, right? Yeah. It's like finally someone sees and yeah, sees my benefit and what I bring, and they're not, that because I like this, the like the senior manager, the senior product manager, and them. I just see like they're like they get you and they recognize it, and they're not they're very secure in what they do. And so they're not intimidated like other bosses and other coworkers. They're just like, "All right, finally someone who can keep up," is kinda how they feel, and I like that. Um, I feel like this eventually leads here here's that they come up every time, right? I feel like this is the product manager, the senior product manager. Again, it's like this very important mentor, um, friend type of relationship that really grows there. But I also feel it helps move towards commitment here, which this, in addition to being that product manager, I feel like it just helps your love life. It helps it lead to commitment and solidity. Um, because I feel like one of the things of this certain mister in your life, one of the fears is that they got used before, like people wanted them for their money and for their what they could give and all that. But with all this independence, you're like, Shaw, I think you're after me for my money. So I like it because I feel like there's a solidness that comes from that too. And then I like this because it does feel like this wish come true. It just feels like a dream. It's like a dream job. I mean, literally, it just feels like it brings so much fulfillment in different areas of your life. You know, yeah, the outside world is unstable, and we don't use it to define who we are. And you definitely with that nine of pentacles are finding your wholeness within you and defining yourself from the inside. But you look at the outside world, it's really this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, it's just like all this stuff just feels solid. And it just, you have like all the stuff that you used to worry about. You're just like, I don't worry about it because you have this flow in job and relationship and money and home and family. It just feels like it rolls out into every area of your life. And of course, you're also here. It's giving you so much knowledge, and you're gleaning so much knowledge too from that senior manager. So, very positive things. And here, this is it allows you to leave behind old emotions, old ways of thinking of things, old relationships, and that no longer serve. And you're headed off here to another wish fulfillment card. So that's what's coming in here. So I really like it. So that is what they have there for you. Oh yeah, yeah. You glean so much from it in so many ways. It's a step. It's a I don't know, it's like a stepping stone, but a tool that helps you realize life and realize your true abundance and your um, true worth in a way too. Because something that it does for you with this dream job and this dream come true is you realize that it doesn't bring you what you thought it would on the inside. It brings you what you thought it would on the outside, but you are realizing that your wholeness and completeness and everything comes from within. And that's kind of what happens too, when you it's like that's why millionaires and billionaires, why some of them commit suicide because they don't do the inner work and they do all this outer, they try to fill their heart up with all this outer stuff and they feel so empty they can't take it. And they feel like I've done everything in the world and I can't do it. And like, well, you didn't look on the inside. But and then they end their lives and then they're probably on the other side going, "Don't oh, I could have done that." No, I'm sure it was part of their experience, but I like it overall. Yeah, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, just says everything that unfolds just feels Shazam. So I like it. That's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like this journey that you're on, and I'm excited for the discovery that comes from within too. Yeah, from the inside out. All right. So again, thank you so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate that. And I do have additional donations. Well, Brenda, hey Brenda, thank you for your donation. And you want to know, did Matthew Charles Debra post the story for you, and what are his intentions towards you? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So, so did he do it for you? What are his intentions towards you? Because he posted a pic that he was being congratulated and he didn't know that he was a dad. Oh, okay. So let's take a look here. What were the intentions behind posting the story? And then what are his intentions towards you? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, Buddha, 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 Buddha. He was just thinking about himself here, you know, you got here's the 9 of Pentacles, which is, them feeling good about their life and their, um, on their own and how they just feel like, their worth in relationship to the outside world, how it's changed. And here's the 6 of Cups, nostalgia and all that. So I feel like it was pure intentions. I don't feel like they put it out there for to communicate anything specifically to anyone else besides that they're just excited about their life and that part of their life that they're okay, they're proud of it, they're happy about it. So I feel like that's like that side of that for the when they posted the story. um so I like that. And then his intentions here, yeah. So I feel here we've got like kind of an interesting combination, which you know they've got the 9 of Swords, which is nightmare insomnia card, and so some of their intentions are, they're afraid of moving forward, they're afraid of voicing them. They've got so many supposed to, shoulds, and need tos, and have tos, and expectations in their life that I feel like they're just distracted and they're almost exhausted trying to live up to a lot of expectations that they feel they have in the outside world. We have a lot of thoughts and beliefs we're given our entire life. And so he almost feels a little consumed by it. Again, it's like he's in this hermit's journey with these two nines, because nine is the hermit's number in the major arcana. And, so they're really reviewing things, really trying to grasp what it is they want in this world, what they can let go of all these trying to please people. And they're really stepping up being themselves, because here is the um, judgment card, which is their higher self calling them to this different place in their life, up to this different level, and which involves with the card 20 here, two X's, double endings, double new beginnings. So I feel like when they're looking at like their intentions towards you, you know, there's this balancing coming in here, this Six of Pentacles. Um, because all this other stuff is like what's going on inside them, and they're going through this transformation, this change. And I feel like the Six of Pentacles is the codependency awareness card. And I feel like they have these, um, challenges in their life around overgiving, and that it's something that is rooted back to their own childhood as well. Because we've got two nines and two sixes coming in here, so there definitely is this correlation and this mirroring going on in their life. But I feel like the fears that are keeping them back is that they tend to overgive, and they tend to um, not notice when people are trying to use them, and they don't realize they're kind of doing this internal work, realizing that this goes back to their beliefs about themselves, and that's why they feel they have to overgive, because they don't deserve equal giving and receiving. And their intentions towards you, I feel, with all of this stuff, is that they have this draw towards you, that they want to move forward, but there's this inner journey that's going on here that's kind of keeping them kind of uh in this, I don't, what is it when they're in between, it's like this in between world, purgatory, I think. But it's like they're in this pause period where they're in between worlds. They want to go here, but they're stuck here, but they're in the middle. They're letting stuff go, and they're wanting to move forward, if that makes sense, Brenda. It just feels like they're caught up in all of this, and they're in the middle of like change and growth. And it's like, the energy of becoming, I don't feel like they're maybe a brand new father, but I just feel like there is this you know um maturity that's happening with them. They're going from being like a I was like a party boy to a young man, is like what I'm feeling there. um no, I feel like you're on where on the other side of the bridge where they're headed, that but it's stuff that's holding them back from moving, some fears and some stuff they have to let go of. So um the double endings and double new beginnings can be that they're letting go of, you know people who are not a good influence, what they consider a good influence, because they would draw them out into party time. And they're realizing those of friends who would want to, no, let's go do this, and they're wild and crazy, in their mind, wild and crazy, and they just want to do all this. But what about the future? They're not looking for the future, and they're in this transformation of going, I want to look and plan, and I got to let some of this stuff go so I can move forward. And that's the kind of energy that's coming in there. I don't feel like you're one of those, uh, wild and crazy, um, individual. You're not a party. You're not a party girl, are you? No, you're not, right? You're like, no, I'm glad that they're maturing, right? So that's what I feel is coming through, there, Brenda. Hopefully that, resonates and makes sense there. Yeah, she is a party girl. She is. Uh-oh. Oh, so you had to let go of him. Oh, okay. I like it, I like it. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, 'cause that's the King of Wands, which is taking ownership and moving forward. Um, so, you basically, part of what you have done may have been a catalyst to help it, but I feel like they're realizing letting old things go and they're wanting to step forward into this maturity. But um, let me see if he's specifically moving towards you here. Well, he's letting go of a lot of expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. He's ready to move forward in life. So let me see here. Hmm. Both of these are about no expectations. The Ten of Swords is letting all of this go and beginning this new thing here. And the Full card is about a new journey, a new adventure without, all of this um, expectations and shoulds and need tos and have tos. Feel like they're looking for just a fresh start, a fresh thing here. So I don't feel like they have specific intentions towards anyone in particular. I feel like they're just kind of resetting all the stuff that they were trying to do and trying to achieve and trying to be and blah 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 before. They're going to kind of rebooting and starting a new life in a new way. And I feel like it's just, yeah, I feel like this is a lot about themselves because um yeah, let's see, because you said, oh, okay, yeah. I feel like it is, yeah, it is definitely the fool's journey is all about this fresh start, and they're just like, okay, I'm rebooting, I'm moving these things, and then what do I want to have going forward? So I don't feel like it's specifically towards you. There's this movement, this change that's happening in his life there. Yeah. It's a party over here. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. But that's what they have there for you. I know it's they didn't do it all on purpose, to have any. I just feel like it's they're embracing parts of their life and they're celebrating, who they are, but they're letting so much of it go too. Um, I wouldn't say like they don't have you in a do not go back to do not touch bucket or anything like that. They're just rebooting everything. And so there's no absolutes in their life. So it's like they're not saying absolutely no, 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 no. They're just like, I'm changing who I am and then I'm going on this journey. I'm going to see where I end up. So they're not like super planning anything, but they're definitely letting a lot of restrictions and stuff go from the past, if that makes sense. So it's not like I don't see it's like more they see a world of possibilities. That's what the Fool card is. It's like a little child. It's the childlike wonder of the world, like anything's possible. Instead of like, no, 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 there's you're in a a little kid in a military school. It's like, no, there's freedom. It's literally like, they're gathering up their stuff and they're going on an adventure. And they're like, what's gonna happen? So that's what's coming in. Yeah. Mhm. Well, they were in the perfect program for them at the time, right? We always are experiencing what we're wanting to experience until we want to experience something else. So it's always perfect, right? Hey, Neptune. You're very welcome, Brendan. Thank you for your donation. All right. And then I think Patty, you are up next here for the next donation that came in. Yes. So, Patty, Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you wanna know how will W's visit go at the other site this week? Oh, okay. So let's take a look here and see what is how their visit's gonna go. Okay. All right. Well, that looks good. All right. Well, that looks good. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like really good here because the first card that came out is the Sun card, one of the most victorious cards in the entire deck. We've got the Empress, new birth, new excitement. Definitely it feels like harvest for him. So both of these together, amazing, positive cards for them. So it does look really good there. Um, and especially we even got the full card came out again, which is this new adventure, excitement for a new adventure, and headed that way there. So that's really good. Uh, Positive juju for all of them, and I feel like in the beginning here they feel a little conflicted mentally because they're like, how am I going to manage all my outside world, right? So I feel like there's this abundance and stuff, but I feel like their brain gets a little overwhelmed at first because they're like, okay, and it's with any kind of movement that we do, right? If you're moving to another city far away or wherever, it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to, I got all this stuff. I got all this stuff to figure out but that's like that's a good problem to have, when you're like, I wanna this new opportunity that's comes with it all. So this coming in here. Um, this one is Patty's donation, if that's what you're asking, Jules. So I like this for them, you know. It's very, very abundant, very um full, and then they just get a little bit taken aback, a little overwhelmed, for a moment in private. I feel like if they are staying at a hotel or something, that when they, get back there, they're just like, "Wow," they just have to take it all in and write things down and get things out of their head because I just feel like there's so much. But, I feel like it's overall positive for them. So, that's what's going on with that, Patty, Patty, Patty. That's what they're coming through. So, many blessings to you. Thank you so much for your donation. All right. And right. It feels real. It's like it's happening right now or something. You're so funny. Well, I'm glad. Well, welcome to the live chats. Hey, Toby. Yeah. So I like it. I like it. And Neptune, thank you so much for your donation as well. So thank you so much. Yeah, that's that's what we do. And for anyone new coming into so the free readings, I go down in order, first come, first serve. But when anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange because that's how bruddaZEN eats. And I step outside of the free readings and prioritize them. I dive deeper into them. Then once I'm done, I go back in and continue down the free readings till I get another donation. Then I step out and in and like that. So that's how that works. It's the skinny. All right. So Neptune, we just had a serious talk with your mom. Did you do the right thing? All right, let's take a look here. All right, so what do you want Neptune to know about the mama conversation here? Okay, okay. All right, interesting. And I feel like they want to give you a chakra love card to start off here. Let's see what this is about, and then we will do the cards here. Wow, okay. So you got the crown chakra, which says divinity, and it says recognize the divinity in the mirror. So I feel like they're saying here that the conversation that you had, there's a lot being mirrored back to you about yourself too, and you were also being a mirror for your mom. So you don't know a lot of what your mom was seeing because you were the mirror, and so if she acted and responded in a kind of a odd off way, it's because she was seeing things through her lenses. And then, of course, you're looking in a mirror at yourself. So you're both looking in the mirrors, talking to yourself. Sorry, I didn't mean to just spit now. Um, but there's this information that you're getting, back and forth. And let's see what those were here. Okay. Well, I like it here. I mean, ultimately, we've got joy and celebration, and we've got positive outside world and abundance coming in here. So this does, circle back around, and this will be the end result later. It's like what steps you took today does lead to this feeling of unity and community and joy and celebration, and also this feeling of wholeness out here. Here's the family tree. So the family tree stays aligned here. So um, it's like they're saying that it's okay. It needed to happen. It's important that the serious, would you call it, a serious talk, that it happened because things needed to be said, things need to be let out, and then things will shake out as we go forward here. Because one, we've got the high priestess here, so what happened now is the high priestesses, both of you will step back into your temples, connect higher, look behind the veil, dive deep, and then you guys are going to be looking at your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have deceived you, that have cheated you out of things. And you're leaving behind some old beliefs, and then things balance out, things come back together. There's this ebb and flow. This is what happens in our life, right? We have things that we work out, things that are bubbling up within us, and then we all blah, and then we're like, oh, and then we go back and reflect, and then we learn from it, and then we come back together, and usually, unless we're like we realize that having someone in our life is really a big part of like we're done with our lessons, and we're able to forgive and part ways in a peaceful manner, or we're brought back in for more lessons and more mirror work, right? So a lot of what the mirroring here with the divinity is realizing, one, that all of us at our core, behind these characters, these wonderful characters we're playing here, is an awesome rock and powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And when they come through, I mean, we don't realize that until we start connecting with our higher self. Then we can see other people's higher self. That's that whole namaste, right? The divinity in me recognizes the divinity in you, and then it, unfolds that way. Um, So let's take a look here and see. I feel like there's something else that I want you to know here with the mirroring and um okay. Yeah. Okay. So we do have here, in fact, I feel like they want to do it this way. Because it's like it's you guys come back together fast here. If there was like a, if you guys kind of stepped away, you guys will come back together again. And here, the Six of Wands is about victory and about, each of you being seen by the other. And the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight out of them all, which is fast energy that comes back in. So I don't know if you guys are, I don't know your birth charts, but if there's fire in them, their hills, things can ignite very fast, but cool off very fast. Um, or if you're slow cookers, then things take time to cook up, and then, but I feel like there's like it's fastness. It's like things come together, and then it goes away, but they come back together fast too. So, so overall, hopefully I answered your question there, Neptune. So it feels like, what we were saying here is that spirit is like, yeah, it needed to happen. So you did the right thing in bringing it up. And now it's just reflective time and looking at what came up within you is yours, what came up within your mom is your mom's. And it's time for some high priestess temple, stepping away and reflecting, connecting to spirit, maybe journaling, getting some things out, helps you process your emotions when you put it on paper, even if you destroy the paper later. But that's what I feel's coming in there for you, Neptune. Hopefully that's helpful. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So I think that was all my donations. Let me just make sure here. And I think we are good. So we will zip up to the top here. Have we started? I don't think we've started the free reading. So now, at an hour, we will start the free reading. So thank you guys again for all your donations. It definitely, that's how I make my living and how I live. So it allows me to be able to do this and offer these readings and all the other content that I put out. So thank you guys so much for that. All right. And then I understand with free readings that not everyone is able to give donations. So, thank all of you that are able to, because it allows me to give these free readings for others that are not able to. So, thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to take a sip here and we will jump in. All right. So, Anya Ahuya. So, who or what is coming to you, your physical reality, during this new moon in Gemini? All right. Let's take a look here. Wow. It feels here that there's this harvest coming here. And I feel like you've been getting this for a while where you're like, okay, I know things are last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit tree. But I feel like you have like there's this you've been patient or you've been drug along in the patience, right? But here comes the harvest. I feel like this is this King of Pentacles is about overall abundance in your life, feeling full and complete. And there's so much wisdom that the king brings through the pentacles and the experiences of the outside world. And I feel like you're gleaning a lot of this. So I don't feel like it's a who right now more than a what, that you are seeing this wisdom, you're seeing these ahas that are happening with your relation to your worth in the outside world. Um, how you're seeing how the world works, and you're just really it's like you're just stepping up to a whole new floor in a building, and you're able to see things so differently that it just allows you this different movement to come forward, which makes sense with Gemini overthinking and knowledge, and you're up in your head and analyzing, looking at stuff. So I like that for you. Excuse me. So that's what's coming in, Anya, for you. Um, for this moment. And I want to say thank you to all of you that give the video a thumbs up too. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys. It's something free you can do, and you are a part of the love tsunami. So thank you for that. All right. So always victory. You are up next. And so you want an oracle for the rest of June. And you said number 3, which happens to be the psychic tarot oracle deck, so the combo. So let's take a look here and see what do they want you to know for the rest of June. Wow, look at you. So you got the Fool card coming in here with new beginnings rolling in there. So I like that. What is she standing on there? Oh, it's a whole new world. I was like, what is that? What is that? A rug? No, it's the planet. So she's headed out into this new world here. And let's take a look and see. So, of course, it says each and every journey begins with the all important first step. And when this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith. Isn't that what they were talking about, right? You're like, "I've been doing that so much." But be prepared as you do so, because this card represents that a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you, right? By selecting this card, it's a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times, it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take that leap of faith and step into the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that your inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you'll be propelled forward on a positive, life changing path. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. And during this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. And again, this is the full card in the traditional tarot. So I like that for you always. What a wonderful confirming oracle for you. So I am excited. All right. So many blessings to you there. And then LA, you will be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Let me scroll down here. All right. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Neptune. All right. So, Patty, thank you for your donation. And you want to know, what do you need to learn, oh, from this work situation? All right. So what can you learn, right? We'll take a look here. All right. So 213. We'll see what's going on here. Oh, and another one on the end. Hey, intuitive enlightenment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. What is your wonderful journey through all this? Okay. So with this work situation here, I like there's this stability here. I mean, this is home kind of feel to it. And the Queen of Wands, here you are. You're a powerful individual that is able to really super focus your energy. Has water energy behind her too, because all the queens, in addition to ruling over their suit, they get a second portion of water, which is the intuition, and so the black cat represents connection to spirit. So you're able to intuitively really move forward, and you have this solid foundation in your outside world. So I feel like one thing that you learn from this, which I feel you already know, is that you choose you and your stability. And I feel like you've been learning, but I feel this is a wonderful um, application of what you've been learning, of choosing you and not sacrificing yourself, your needs and your wants and your desires for someone else. I feel like in the past it's been like, all right, let me get up on the cross. I will sacrifice myself for you. And that's what I'm supposed to do, right? But I feel like you're like, no, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm allowing myself to choose me. And I feel like this is a big piece of what you're realizing too. Part of this is you're realizing how far you've come, because you have left behind some of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you used to cheat you out of opportunities, because you would, you know, like you would, um like you would give up to for someone else. Like once I did that. I left my job and I was up in the company and everything. I left my job to go to another state in a relationship. I gave up everything of mine to go where they wanted to go. And then 6 months later, after they cheated and everything else, I come back and I realized, yeah, I need to choose me, right? And I feel like this is a lot of what you're learning too, like that kind of lesson, that kind of awareness that I am not sacrificing myself and I'm choosing myself, and it's okay. And you're feeling, you're overcoming your fears around it, because that's the card that came out in the very end is, the fears, all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts around life that are nightmares, insomnia, right? It's like it's almost exhausting trying to be who you think everyone thinks you should be, and it's like, nope, I'm going to be me, and if people don't like it, well, that is their adventure, not yours, right? Because I like this learning and this growth that's coming through all of this, because you're asking, what are you supposed to learn? Well, you've got 2 wonderful learning cards here, the 5, Major Arcana 5, which is the Hierophant, and this is an invitation to higher truths, to your capital T truths on who you wanna be, what you want in life, what you're willing to do, and this is, like, a big thing that you've overcome, and, another 5, 2 fives, which is your feelings of, being left behind, being abandoned, feelings of lack and that, and the fives are all about transformation and change. And this is an I feel like, again, like you've been learning a lot of this for like months and even for like a few years, that you're like, this is what, I've learned about myself, is that I used to feel this way because of my past, but I don't have to feel this way, because you're, in this journey of letting go of all these fears and these thoughts and beliefs that would limit to you and restrict you before, and you're realizing, nope, other people's actions and dreams and desires and all that doesn't mean anything about me. It just means this is what they want, and I am okay. It's like when I moved away to live near my family for a few years, and it was good because they had all moved and they are all living everywhere, and then, most of them were back living together, and so I moved up there, and I realized that, I was able to, everyone chose their life, and, like, my dad, he and his, now wife, they chose to live in Hawaii, and everyone chose where they wanted to live in all their directions, and everyone used to live in this town here, but everyone scattered. My brother's a military, so he had to go, but when they retired, they all went into different places, and I moved there and I realized, you know what? They will, um they all chose what they wanted to do, and so I get to choose what I want for myself too. So I really like that. I like this, that you're choosing to, stay where you are at, because you're realizing that things that are removed out of your life are removed out of your life for you, that they don't happen to you. That, if someone moves away, that they're being moved away for you, to either clear the path so that you can move onward to what is designed for you, or to make the space for something to come in its place. And so if they end up being moved out of your life, then it's okay. In the long run, I think we talked about, if the little broken down shack gets hit by lightning and burns down, while it's burning down, it's like, oh my gosh, not my that beloved old shack that I like. But when it gets replaced with a castle, you're like, I think I'm okay that the lightning hit the the old shack or old tower that was falling apart. It's like this freedom that comes from it. I don't feel like their move jeopardizes your position in anything, if that makes sense. If you're talking about that work situation, with all of them. I don't feel like I feel like it, it really allows you to step into your power and your energy, and you're able to super focus, and even um, it won't jeopardize it. I feel like you actually enhance and expand your position. I feel like it's because you're choosing you that it just empowers you even more, if that makes sense. So that's what I feel is coming through with that, Patty. I like it. I like it. Choosing you. Yay. I used to tell people I used to get up on the cross and sacrifice myself, but my spirit guide said, "Can you get off there? We need the wood. Get off there. You don't need that." So I like it. All right, Patty. So that's what they have for you. Hopefully, all that resonates, and many blessings to you. Thank you for your additional donation. And let's take a look here. I think that was those. So we will scroll back to the top here, and we had left off with LA. So LA, the next free reading, and we've got general reading for July. Let's see, what do they have coming in here for you? All right. Well, we've got this. I feel like July is, and when here is 7 too. July is this month of, victories. I feel like you're standing up on a hill, and some people don't like it so much. And that's okay. This is like you don't need to be defensive when people are trying to poke at your bubble because they're like, why do you get that? And we don't. Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. I feel like your July is like this, fireworks of wonderfulness, and you are raised up on this hill, but there's other people that feel like they're, you know, bursting bubbles, and it's because they feel low about themselves. It's nothing to do with you. It's just they already feel low about themselves, and when you're raised higher, they're like, I feel even worse than I normally do because they're looking at you going, wait a minute, they already thought you were above them, and now they feel you're even further above them, and it's like, okay, that's not your problem, that's theirs, right? So you don't have to defend yourself, but if you wanna help lift them up sincerely, that's your prerogative with compassion, but you don't have to do it. And I feel like here in July too, you have the 6 of Cups. There is someone that comes back into your life, from your past, and it's positive. It's not like an ex or, like an old love or anything. I feel like it's an important relationship that you had when you were younger, and I feel like they moved away and they're moving back, and I like it. So there's like this wonderful kind of reunion type of energy with it. So I like it for you. It's very positive, and it just feels like July is your life feels like it's lifting up and it's becoming lighter as well. So I like it for you, LA. So here we go. It's beginning. I can sense it. Here comes the changes. Oh, yeah, I forgot the alarms, right? I got so used to you to not seeing alarms, I forgot about that, LA, so my apologies. Let me see here. So after you and Kathleen reconcile, how will your new friendship look like? Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, I forgot. Alarm girl back in effect. All right, let's see what that looks like here. So we've got whoa, I feel like I don't feel like it doesn't go back to what it was, it just feels like there's this, the queen of not the queen, the high priestess. She steps back, she spends, you know, good time in her high priestess temple alone, connecting to spirit and behind the scenes and down below. And, here is like, it just feels like this is the same old type of friendship before. But I feel like, and maybe that's why spirit temporarily just made me forget. Not that I'm getting old, it has nothing to do with that. It was that they blinded me because you needed to know about the what your original reading was is that you have someone else from an old friendship coming in, and it's not this one, it's something else, and that is offers you this, different type of friendship, a friendship that you more deserve. So I feel like you kinda step away in that, you know, reconciling with this, Kathleen, it just feels like it's same old, same old. It just doesn't feel like it's enhanced. It just is like, okay, so this is what the friendship is. So I really like whoever this is coming in July. It just feels like a breath of fresh air for you. So, that's what I like. Yeah. Yeah. Cause it's like, eh. Yeah. So I feel like they did need that. All right. So that's what they have for you, LA. So don't sweat it. Just be like, okay, you can still forgive her and reconcile with her for your sake, because you don't need to be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or words. Forgiveness is for you to let that go, right? And then that releases that stuff from you, and then you feel better, and then whatever unfolds is whatever unfolds, right? But you feel better, because it's that energy's not bubbling around in you anymore. So I still like that for you. Hey, Tulsi. All right. Oh, Patty, I'm so glad that resonated. Very good. All right. So let me zip back up here to the top. Zip, zip, zip. And up next, we had double, triple, quadruple X. And you want to know, are you called to work with crystals or someone named Crystal? I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Um, you know, I feel here with the five of you got the five of swords and the six of swords. There's this conflict here. There's this I, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, and there's like this. It's like a yes, but kind of answer. It's like, yeah, they want you to work with crystals, but not the same old way that everyone else does. I like it. Or the common way. I feel like they want to bring in a fresh way of looking at crystals, and um even bringing back some old knowledge. I feel like they're bringing in like they're bringing some old wisdom around crystals, like maybe you have access to something, or you have your intuition, and so when they're like, oh well, this rose quartz is used for this and this, and everyone goes, okay, so that's what it's used for, everybody. It's like they're like, think outside the box. They want you to go bigger and different with it, but definitely, so I feel like it's a yes, but not like getting a crystal book and going, what are crystals all about? It's like, yeah, get crystals, but don't step out of your head of the knowledge and step into your heart and let the crystals speak to you. And how do you want to use crystals? How do you want to bring them in? And you do it in a different, unique way. So I know, exciting, right? No structure. You get to create the structure. Yeah, very good. So absolutely. Sure, Tulsi, you can ask your question. You just put it in the chat, and I go down for free readings. I go down in order, first come, first serve. So, um, if I sometimes don't get to the bottom of all the ones, but if you want to prioritize it, a donation of any kind, I do prioritize and step out of the free readings and prioritize those and dive deeper. So, if you want to do that, or you can post your free question, and I'll might get it. I've been on for like an hour and a half, so, um, where you're at on the list, as many as I think I have here, it's there's a chance that I'll get to it. All right. So, Dijona, you are up next. So, whatever, the spirit wants you to know right now. All right, here you go. Wow, 2 number 8s. So you got some good, um synchronicity coming here. You've got the Strength card, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. There is this movement, there is this movement up. You've been doing the work. There is this movement in the outside world where things can't stay where they're at anymore. The old ways of doing things, the old ways of thinking about things, whether it's job, relationship, education, whatever it may be. It's just like you're coming to this fork in the road where the road doesn't go forward. It either has to go one way or another. It can't stay in the direction that it's going. There's some shaking because of your growth that it's just you know, like we talk a lot about the butterflies or, the caterpillar, the friend caterpillars or the work caterpillars, whatever. They were supposed to jump in the cocoon with you. I mean, not with you, but in there at the same time. And you're gonna all come out butterflies, and you come out a butterfly, and you're like, why is everyone still these fat caterpillars eating all these leaves? And they're like, well, we didn't want to do the work after all. And you're like, all right, it's time for me to fly. I've changed and I can't stay walking with the caterpillar so slow. I've got wings, I got to use them. That's the kind of energy I feel. It's time to fly. It's time to leap forward and go where you're wanting to go. So I feel like this is a nudge from spirit for you to move forward. So that is what is coming in. So many, many blessings to you, Dajona. Just gonna take another sip here. All right, Shay B. You want to know, will you have a committed relationship with David this year? All right, let's take a look here. David. I don't it doesn't feel like it here with the high priestess. The high priestess steps away into her high priestess temple by herself and does a lot of beautiful inner reflection and growth and I feel like you're raising up to this higher level here. I don't feel like David's going with you. I feel like they're kind of stuck down here and that they're not really committed to inner growth. And it's like yeah, it's like climbing up a muddy hill. If you don't keep moving, you slide backwards. And I almost feel like you're just like they're showing me what was it? There's like a mud race. I think here in Colorado they have a mud race where like the hills are wet and it's all muddy, and people they have to like all race up it and they're all filthy full of mud by the time they get through this obstacle course. But I feel like they're like, oh no, I don't want to do it, and you're like, go 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 go, and I just don't feel like they're able to keep up with where you're headed and you deserve someone that can keep up. And it's like, "Oh, I gotta slow down and walk really slow for them." And you're just like, I want to sprint. And you deserve someone who can sprint with you. And that's why I feel like they're not at this point. I don't see a committed relationship coming in there. So that's what's coming in, Shay. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we already took care of Randa. All right. Dollface Diva, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. And you want a general for next week. Let's take a look here. All right. So next week here, I like this because this is a week where it's like there's this drama that's going on, but you're over here. You're in this wonderful place of seeing it from a higher perspective, but you're not a part of it. Woohoo, right? So you're seeing this, conflict that's happening, this energy, this people are rah, 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 rah. And with you sitting over here watching it, you're just learning so much from it. You're seeing how people are approaching, you're seeing how defensive they're getting and the fears that are sparked. And I just feel like you're really gleaning a lot from sitting there with your popcorn going, wow, Wow, whoa. Like, "Whoa, look out," it's not that bad of a fight, but it's just you're realizing with this conflict that you are separate from it, and in doing so, you get to see and glean a lot, so I'm liking that for you, Dolphin Steven, and that's what they have for you, so it's a nice week of drama-free. Yay! All right, so that's what they have for you. And then Divine Feminine Chronicles. Hello, hello. So, yeah, general reading, absolutely. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. Okay. All right, look at all the pentacles. So this is good. You've got these new opportunities that are coming in here for you. This new abundance that's headed your way. I like it for you because not only do you have enough for you have enough to give to others too. So there's this abundant feeling, this new opportunity. And I feel this energy with it is a lot about your how you relate your belief around your worth and to the outside world. So you see yourself in this different light and you have this abundant feeling and then this abundance starts coming in and with all of this you feel like wow I want to share and so you do and whether it's this joy or this feeling of confidence or whatever this is that's coming in that feels so abundant, you just are overflowing, and people around you benefit from it. And I like it. So don't hold back. When you feel like, well, I want to share this, do it because it multiplies. It's like they're showing me the movie Pay It Forward in my head, and it's just like a wonderful, joy that you have, and to see it how it spreads. You get to witness some of it, and I like it because you're like, I smiled at this person at work, and then they smiled, and then there's all these and everyone's smiling, and, it's that kind of energy. So, I do like that for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles, so smile away. All right, so many blessings to you, and Shiri, you are up next. What can you do to increase whatever power you have? Well, first of all, stop crying. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, your little emoticon. I know that's not really you because your name's Cheery. Are you always cheerful? Is that why you have chosen Cheery as your screen name? All right, but let's take a look here and see what advice does Spirit have you to increase your powers? Yeah, I had a feeling. It has to do with your energy, right? We talk about that a lot. And I had a feeling that's what it would be because that's what it's all about. You have victory and celebration and you're lifted higher in your vibration. You're on the horse here, right? But the two of wands, we talk about that all the time about that's what increases our power because like people ask how can you communicate with spirit more clearly. And I'm like, you turn down the fear noise and you raise your vibration to that of where spirit is at. And so to increase your power, you raise your vibration to that of the higher vibrations because that's what activates our gifts and allows us to channel and hear more clearly spirit too, which is of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude. So the more we turn down fear noise and the more we focus on spirit, the more it expands because as we say in each moment our energy is growing everything. Whatever we're focusing on is what's growing and what we're drawing toward us. So when I focus on you know um, oh, am I gonna, I don't know, am I gonna meet that deadline? Spirits, going, oh, you enjoy fearing missing deadlines. Let's make it challenging for you to meet other deadlines because we see how much you enjoy it. No, no, no. I'm grateful for meeting deadlines. Okay, good. We'll bring in this opportunity for you to meet more deadlines. Same thing with your energy. So it's like gratitude for what you are aware of that you already have and thanking spirit for bringing it, and the more you commune with spirit and raise our vibration the more it grows and it grows and it grows, right? So hopefully that is helpful there for you, Cherry, and many, many blessings to you. All righty. So we'll continue moving down the list here. Okay. So you did, Cherry. You went 2 years. You went to hell. Oh, okay. That's good. So you understand the heat, and now you comprehend coolness now. Now that you had the heat of hell, huh? So I'm glad you're trying to bring your cheerfulness back. Um, but that's okay. There's no judgment. We come here to experience all sorts of energies. So spirits like there she is. There's no right or wrong energy to choose. We just are different experiences is all. So I like it. Sure, lady CDDS, you can put your question down below, and I might get to it with the free readings. If you want it prioritized, you can also make a donation, and I'll step out and I do prioritize those. So whatever you'd like to do. All right. So Shane, you are up next. So why did R reach out? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see what they have going on here. Wow, they got some big choices going on in here in their life. You got two major arcana, and the king here, Aries, is newness, new fire, making decisions in their life. They've got the king is, or the emperor is full, has their throne room full of advisors, yapping and telling them what they should do with the kingdom and the empire and blah, blah, blah. But at one point, the emperor has everyone leave, and they decide because they're the ones that make the decision for their empire. Well, here's the seven. The chariot is movement, indecisions, and victory, but also the power of choice, which is them deciding, what story they put to a situation, what emotion they want to feel as they go through it, what energy and action they put forward too. So both of these are very much this decision making. So they're reaching out to you because they've made some decisions, and they're taking the reins of their life, and they want to share something with you regarding decisions that they've made, and it's oh so mysterious. Whoa, because that's all that they have for you. So but that's what's going on in their life, so maybe that gives you an idea of going, oh, okay, here we go. So that's what I have coming through there for you, Shane. So many blessings for you. All right, so Kevin Trebowen. Uh, hello, hello, and whoops, my mouse is acting crazy. All right, come on, there it goes. So, you want to know, is it a good idea for you to go ahead with your space JVDPT, whatever the JVPD? I can actually read hostile. Let's take a look here and see if Spirit feels is this in for your highest experience here. Is it for your highest experience to go forward with this idea? So the idea is good, but I know, right? There's not like a yes or no here. There's a they'd like the idea that it is, but there is some this is, here's the movement of ideas. The Knight of Swords is all about, seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away some fears, changing some ideas that come in here. So we do have the Eight of Swords, which is, the movement. So both of these are movement cards of thought. So they're like tweaking of idea, releasing some fears of supposed to, shoulds, need tos that make you feel blinded and bound and trapped. So it's kind of like not doing so much of what you feel you're supposed to do with it. We're letting some of those supposed tos go and bringing in some of your fresh ideas, not, those that are, it's like it's adding a fresh perspective to it is what I feel, they're bringing in with that. So, hopefully that makes sense to you, but I feel like there's some things that maybe you were like, "Oh, no, because not anyone else does that." It's like, "Yeah, no, that's why I do that because no one else does that." It's like really look at some expanding the ideas around it. But they like the idea of the hostel. It's just changing some stuff around it. Um, just revisit some of it. All right. So that is what they have coming through there. And all right. And I did. So I've got a couple of donations. So I will be back to you, Julia. You'll be my next free reading coming in here. But I did get also Cash App that came in here before those other two. So let me just jump in here. All right. All right. So thank you so much. All right, very good. Okay, I was just reading what you wrote on there. So, so thank you, Lady CDDS, for your donation. And so you want to know, how does L think of you? All right, let's take a look here. So, how does L think of you? All right. Okay, anything else? All right, I thought there was. All right, so you got kind of 1122. All right. So we've got some deep, like these deep. You thought my voice couldn't go any deeper. It's deep, deep emotions here. Queen of Cups, she rolls, co-rolls over water, but all the queens are given a second portion of water. So she's the master of emotion, but she can dive deep, 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 deep into emotions. So, when we're asking, what do they think of you? Well, they got these emotions, and I mean, we've got the Ace of Cups too, which is these feelings of love, these feelings of deep, I feel like they're it's almost like your guides are saying sometimes it's like so deep they don't even realize it's in there. But I feel like they're just and I'll talk about kind of some of the reasons why. It just feels like they've got these deep emotions, but they've got these fears of moving forward too. Because with these two, I just feel like they have this flow and this, they're wanting to do it, but um one of the big things with this is that I don't know if they have a big huge love for themselves. One thing spirit tells us is that if I don't love myself, I can't love anyone else, or no one else can love me, or at least no one can love me more than I love myself, and I can't love others more than I love myself, because the pipeline of which it goes through is my self love. So if I love myself this much, I might want to flood love out, but it's going to trickle out, and people might want to give me love, and it'll trickle in. And so I feel like there's this say a clog in their love pipeline, if that resonates, because the two cards that came out together are here. This is again this beautiful overflowing love, 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 love. But they've got this balancing, this ebb and this flow that I feel like it's almost like a rubber band. And maybe if you feel like they're hot and cold with you, you are not imagining it, because it's like they want to express it, but then it's like, whoop, nope, I can't. It's like I want to, but nope, I can't. Just like it's like almost like how you tease someone going here, and they're like, you're just like, fine, and then no, 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 I'm serious here. Oh, I feel like is there a little frustration, that kind of comes with that, right? But that's what I feel here. I mean, I feel like they definitely have passion here. They have this activation of desire and attraction, but here's what is the culprit here, the thief that is stealing this, and this is their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have stolen from them in the past, that are the thief, that has deceived them, and because of some past pain, some past things, that it keeps them from wanting to move forward, on the love piece, the passions, their body's like, I don't care, I'm going to feel what I want to feel, but the heart is like, um, that's where the clog in the pipeline is. So hopefully that makes sense for there, but I feel like again, it's deep. There's these deep emotions that are down there, and it's just like the they're not able to get out because of, it's like you get a drop and you're like, yay, that's it. It's like that's how much they love themselves, though, and that's why there will be some inner work that will have to happen here. They're going to need um, a rotor rooter to come in to open that up, to allow this bigger love flow. And it starts with their self love, though. So it's not about you, you know, as far as that they're not expressing their love. It's all about their clog and these thoughts and beliefs about themselves. So it is there, but they got some clogs to deal with. So that's what they have for you, Lady CDDS. So again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that, and much love to you. All right. So cheery, cheery, cheery. Thank you for your donation. Um, so I'll be back. Yeah, I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights, my time zone. Is that like Thursday through Monday nights in, because you're in Japan, right? So I'm not sure. Are you? I think you're like, because it's still Sunday where you're at, just earlier in the day, right? Because it's like almost 9 o'clock here on Sunday. Is it like, so, depending on where you're at, I will be back Wednesday. All right, but definitely we'll get you some guidance here. So, what does Spirit want you to know here? Of course, and you can always look at any of my pick a cards and any monthly readings and all sorts of fun stuff. All right, well, let's see what they got here for you. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Yay. All right. Thank you for, you're like, yes. Okay. All right. So, Cheery, you do have this. I like this here. You've got the, being true to your authentic self card come in here, and there's this important friendship, this important relationship that comes in here for you, not romantic, but it's like there's this connection, this special connection that's coming up, and it's because you're being true to your authentic self, that this individual's like, oh wow, they really appreciate the authenticity of who you are and what you're doing, and it creates this great bond, this, friendship, this, it's an important friendship. It can be a respark of a family member, or it can be like a best friend type of energy too. So I like this coming in here because, um, and it can even be spiritual too. You know, so uh, if it's not human, it's not like an entity, like, but it's like the connection to the spirit world. It can also be that that comes in here. Let's see. Let's get some more clarity here. Yeah. Maybe it's your inner child. Because we've got the Four of Pentacles, which feels like home. It's this home feel, four walls in the outside world. And of course, here's the Leo energy, here's the little inner child, but it's victory, it's this brightness. But the inner child, it's, possibly that's who that you're having some good relationship with and developing it with as you're doing some diving here, because with combination of those, we also have these here. So we've got the rattling and the shaking of your cage around beliefs and thoughts and mindsets that you've had your entire life, that of course that's what your inner child is taught, and they're the ones that can help release those things. So that's why I feel like, you've got the sun, you've got the devil card and the world card, which three major arcana, which shows me that this is an important change. This is an important, you know, shink, 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 shink type of thing, where you're able to release some thoughts. And because here, the world card, the last card in the major arcana, is victory, but also ending of old cycles and beginning of new things, more freer too. So there is this freedom that has to do with what this feeling of home feels like. Like there's this transformation, but it's about you being true to your yourself. What can we manipulate our inner child? Absolutely not. I read a great book, The Presence Process by Michael Brown. And one of the things he mentioned in there, which made so much sense, is that our inner child sees our human adult self as someone separate from itself. And it hears, I mean, it knows all our thoughts, all our feelings, sees all our actions and everything like that. And, so it's like they don't trust us in the beginning, our inner child, because it sees how we aren't true to our authentic self, right? And so that's so perfect. I feel like this is your inner child now that we're talking about all that, because, you know, they see us saying, "Sure, I wanna do that," when inside like, "Oh god, I hate it. I don't wanna do that." They go, "Why are you lying to him? You are a liar. I'm not gonna believe you." And so when we are more true to our authentic self and we are our true selves, we build our inner child's trust. They're like, "Okay, I trust you. You are true to who you are, and, so I will believe you. I will let you pick me up. I will let you embrace me. I will believe more of what you say," you know? Yeah, your inner child's like, "Hee hee hee hee, I fooled you." Like, I fooled my inner child, and the inner child's like, "They think they did, because they know it all." It's funny. Too funny. But, I feel like that is what's coming in here, for you. I wanna pull an oracle card for you. Yeah. Whoa. And I'm gonna pull this from your higher self oracle. Let's see what your higher self that's sitting next to your inner child has to say. Oh, yeah. You are not alone. We're watching you. Your higher self and everyone else. Let's see what this says. So there is a quote from let's see, Epictetus, maybe? It says, "Never say you are alone, for you are not alone. Your creator, or they call it your God, and your genius is within." And it says, as you walk the spiritual path, you can feel isolated at times. However, this is simply one of the many tricks of the ego, which believes it as a separate entity. Shut up! That's your inner child. It sees it as a separate entity. It relies on what the world tells you and what the eyes can physically see. The ego is the rational part of our mind that believes you are only a body, not a spirit inhabiting a body. And because of that, you look like a separate being with an individual life, unlinked to anyone or anything. Beyond the ego, there lies knowledge of your true identity. Your higher self holds the key to unlock the memory of your divine selfhood. And by connecting to it, it will reveal that you are eternally connected to source energy and all of creation and are never alone. And this card comes to remind you that regardless of where you are, there is always a spiritual team beside you throughout your journey, even if you cannot see them. Your team consists of your guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors, or deceased loved ones who wish to support you, uplift you, and guide you. The creator spirit knows that Earth is one of the most difficult schools in the universe and would not allow you to come here without a vast network of resources to use on your mission. Yes, there will be disappointment, hardship, and failures, but your team is here to help you see the light within these dark moments so that you can move forward fearlessly. If you've been feeling lonely and without support, call out to your spiritual team since they are more than happy to help and send waves of love your way. If you're unable to sense or feel your spiritual team, then ask your higher self to help you connect since it knows the best method suitable for you. I like it. I like it. I like it. You thought you manipulated all of them. And they're like, you're like, "Ooh, look what I did." And they're like, "Hey, we're right behind you." Oh, man. I love it. You're so funny, Cherry. Well, thank you for all of your joy and laughter and your donation, Cherry. I appreciate that. That's what they have for you. All right. So, Patty, thank you for your additional donation here. And you want to know, can you expect that the CT job will be successful? All right, let's take a look here. I'm just going to close my blinds here. It's getting dark outside. There. I won't be distracted by bright, shiny things. See you Wednesday. Many blessings to you, Cheery. All right. So, will the CT job be successful here? All right. Hmm. Well, yeah, and I feel like here. Let me just show you the cards here because you've got the High Priestess card, which is kind of this stepping back and seeing things, from a higher realm and from a different perspective and diving deep. And so they do have this. It's important to take a step back with this and see things from a different perspective. And what they mean by this is not just with your brain. It's like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Because the Two of Swords is close your eye. I mean, yeah, close your eyes and open your heart. And so when decisions are being made, and like here's the the twos. So this is about seeing, using your trusting your instinct, trusting your emotions, trusting your intuition. Allow that to have be a part of it because I feel like instinct is going to be an important part of the job here too, which is interesting. Because I do see here you have the Page of Pentacles, which does show new abundance, new victory type of energy here. So I feel like it will be successful because here's the newness of it here. Um, but I feel like the speed at which it is successful really depends on this because you've got the slowest moving knight here, the Knight of Pentacles. It's movement, but it moves slow because it's the outside world, right? But I feel like they're saying here because here's the moon card, which is what, the high priestess with her moon, her little moon crown, connects to the higher realms. This is stepping into again, the unconscious, the subconscious, connecting to spirit. And I feel like they're saying here with this that the more that you focus in and trust your gut and your instinct, the more successful things will be. And so I like that. It's like, um, that's where ideas come from, right? That's where inspiration, creativity comes from. And when we have jobs, it's amazing how it can help us. Um, like when I worked in my big corporate job, when I was coaching over some, one of our technical support teams that supported like all these representatives, um, my team knew they knew about the voices because they would come up to me. I'd have like a line at my desk of, "Hey, I can't find out why this policy went up," and I'm like, "Have you checked the so and so screen?" And they're like, "No, I haven't." And I'm like, "Check that." "Hey, what's next?" And they'd go and they're like, "How did you know? That's where it was." And I'm like, "You're the voices." And I feel like that's almost kind of the energy around that, Patty, is that you're like, you have this instinct and this gut, and you're just like, I wonder if we try this, or what if we try this, or what about that? And there's this, you're connecting to your creativity, and the heart that's coming through really complements the brain, with this. So I really feel like it will be successful, as long as you bring in your gut instinct and your intuition. Close your eyes and open your heart and let them both have you know, a part in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel is coming through, Patty. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. All right, in June, thank you for your donation as well. And you are absolutely welcome. All right. So, long story short, bum, 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 unexpectedly. Let me take a quick sip here. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So sorry. is, is my health failing? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, how lovely. Okay. Very good. Wow. Look at you, just out of nowhere. You just had this wow, I want to I'm gonna check in on him, and then boom, and perfect timing. Look at you with your trusting your intuition and leading with your heart. I love that. So I feel like it ends up positive here because we've got. I like this that we've got the family tree here. The 10 of pentacles. This is like, and here's the old here's your old uncle, right? But it's like, I like this. It's like this abundant feeling coming in here, and the 9 of pentacles is, finding a place of security for them there. So I really like that. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So a place for them to be nurtured. So they're able to find, assisted living. Got the Saturn, the Devil card here, Capricorn. So there's a wonderful, journey through here, which is, the shaking of those expectations, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets. And I feel like part of this for you is this, putting aside some past beliefs and stuff that you've had, and this has allowed you to move forward in doing this. And I feel like it's been a eye opener. It's been I feel like it's really challenged some long held beliefs, and the compassion in your heart is flowing in huge ways. But I feel like your mind also, I don't know if you have Capricorn, Virgo, or air sign, energies. It's like it goes into task mode, right? And I feel like that this task mode is kicked in, but the compassion is really meshed well with it during this time. And I just like this. I just feel like there's this wonderful release of things. And I feel like you've learned a really important um, awareness of when it's okay to let go. Like you can do things to a certain point, and then you can say, okay, I've done it. Like I think you were saying that you said that they listen to you. Or what do you mean? I felt like you were gonna be saying that they don't listen to you. Because with this, I feel like they don't listen to you. Okay, Gemini and Aries, yeah, so the Gemini, oh, yeah, especially now, Gemini new moon, boom. So definitely, I feel like there's this great learning here where you can, um, you've done the work, so the reward's going to come, and all this. It feels like everything unfolds well there. So I do feel like they will find them the assisted living, because that Nine of Pentacles is them being independent and off by themselves, in a facility. But I feel like they do find that for them. So that is great. Oh, yeah, more receptive. That's a good way to put it. He doesn't yell as loud. Stubborn old coot. I know, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm like, this is who I'm gonna be. The first 80 years of my life, I'm kind. The next 80 years, look out. Alright, but that's what they have for you, June. I'm very positive, outcomes with all that, so, I do like it, and, yeah. So you'll be able to let go, here, uh, and allow them to live their best life, for the rest of their life that they'll have here. Alrighty, so thank you again for your donation. Um, I can take a look here. I'm just bringing up PayPal here because looks like the emails are being uh, funky there. All right. And then love 1234. I did get your additional donation, so you'll be up next. And then I did get a Cash App come through here just a moment ago too. Let's take a look here, June, as far as timing. Yeah, we've got joy celebration here. So I feel like they're going to um find something. I mean, it feels very solid here. So I feel like, within 4 days, it just feels like they're able to do something really quick, especially if you talk to them about like they're not going to have any place to stay. I think they are able to move it and escalate things pretty fast. Um, but I feel like it's like super, super like wow, because there's stable energy, it's joy, it's celebration, um, yeah, and gathering. Um, so I do like that here. Yeah. Of course, it's all about power of choice and energy too. So focus on gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That helps it come in, right? All right. You are very welcome. All right. All right. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm done for a few days after this too. So you got to get your questions in so you're good for a couple days, right? So let's take a look here and see what that energy is here. And if I did not thank you for your donation, thank you. Great. All right. Yeah, thank you, Twin Venus. Thank you for that. Wow. All right. Should we stop while we're ahead? Yeah, we should. No, I'm just kidding. I like them. We got the 9 of Cups, emotional wish fulfillment, 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, wherever the 10 is at in here. There it is. Um, so Wheel of Fortune. I mean, that we know that's our even their human side is like, very that they're fortunate. It's the tune of for you, and peace of mind too. Very much at rest here. It's funny. It's like such a man. But I like it. It's puts their mind at ease. So I like all this. There's all this, wonderfulness with all of this. But then I like that their peace of mind comes afterward, after this energy comes in. It's just like such a man. Yeah, so that's it. Very, very happy. very pleased with things, and, yeah, and then, I saw this on the bottom, and now it just came flying out of the deck too, so, new adventure, free of limitations. We've talked about that before too, it's just feels very, um, without limit, and, so it just feels very, free and open, and, without boundaries, if that makes sense. All right. So that is what we have coming through. Love 1234 for you on there. You are very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. All right. So Twin Venus. So Cash App question. Thank you for your donation. Do your children do your children who have children of their own feel resentment towards you for living in another state the past several years? Well, still very close, and that you see them every month. Wow. Um, but since you're not there for some occasions like grade school graduations, grandchildren, birthdays, children. Oh, okay. Mother's Day and different things like that. Okay. Father's Day. You still feel that they resent you for having moved. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and let's see what are the children's feelings. And I understand as a mother, you definitely want to know, but it's also out of your control. They're reminding me of, it's funny. One of my close friends a long time ago when because her daughter just graduated this year. My God. So probably 19 years ago, she, I was one of the first person that she told, that she was pregnant. And she goes like, "I'm gonna have a baby." And I'm like, wow, and so I'm so scared that they're gonna hate me, and I'm like, "Well, get used to it, they are." And she's like, "Oh, what? No," because she had a challenging relationship with her mother. And I was like, I go, "Trust me, the first time you tell her no, or that you're not don't give her something she wants, you're gonna hear the words, 'I hate you.'" And it's like, well, it's part of being a parent, right? So let's take a look here and see if they have, like, resentments, though. Because that's a strong emotion, right? Do you have 3 children? I got, like, 3 stacks for some reason here. Let me see what we got here. So, um, I'm gonna start with this far right one first. So, um, this would be the youngest out of the children here, because I don't know if you have 3? I don't know if you have 3 children. So if you do, I got 3 stacks. Maybe the first one it has to do with you, but, um, I feel like this is youngest child energy, and we've got this is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that deceive them, and I feel like they just have, this is what cheats them out of new opportunities, and, like, they have this kind of steady energy that they do that, where they do feel, um, just it's these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that they formed when they were really, really, really young, and so it doesn't have okay, 2 children. So I feel like this first pile was yours here, because we've got this, it's like it goes back to where they were, uh, when they were younger, they just have these mindsets that they perceived, and we can't help what they perceive and what they see, with those things. So, that's what's coming in here. Wow. Boom, boom, boom. Here they come. um, so I feel like, and I feel like this is the youngest one. They're the ones that just they always miss a lot of opportunities in life because they have this natural inclination to it's not gonna work out. This, oh, and it's almost like they tend to choose whichever one of these is the one that tends to choose victimhood, in most things. And you can't help that. They are gonna choose that because this is their mindset that they have, and it can't change until they change that way. The other one is more patient. This is someone who's more of a hermit, more quiet, more to themselves, it feels like. And they're very patient. They just allow things to unfold. I feel like one of them is more of like a go with the flow type of person. So whatever child that is they're just like, okay, it is what it is. And all right, here we go. I just with with things. And the other one is like so many expectations, so many fears, everything's always going wrong. Nothing can be perfect for them. They're like a perfectionist, and it's like all or nothing. And if you know, and the other one just feels kind of like, all right, here we go. So, but that has nothing to do with those. Okay. Because, here's you making your decisions, balancing your heart and mind, allowing things to grow. I mean, just that you go back every month is huge. Um, but, this is like you making decisions for you, which is an important piece of it. And, um, the something that I feel will help you is that your children, even your grandchildren, and your great grandchildren, all of them chose you to be the mother, grandmother, great grandmother. And knowing full well ahead of time what kind of life and decisions you would make before you came down here. And they chose it on purpose for a purpose so that they could experience things. And so, I love Spirit just saying, just know that this is who they are and what their experiences are. But I feel like that's why they gave me 3 piles because they want to show you that your life is separate from them and that you don't have to be, I know it's hard because they were a part of you, but it's like they're separate now, and it's okay to choose your life and to choose what you're wanting to do because something that's really important, for the matriarch, Queen of Swords, is that she teaches by her actions and by her life. You teach your children, you teach your grandchildren, you teach your great grandchildren. It's okay to choose you and not try to live up to everyone's expectations and try to, you sacrifice yourself for everyone. It's good to care about people and want to do things for people, but you don't have to sacrifice your life for it. You get to live your life and everyone else gets the overflow. So I like that. But I think it's important for you to know that too. That they chose you fully knowing they signed up for it. uh, and knowing it. It's like me. I know that my family when we weren't super close growing up, and my dad was gone a lot, and my family, I felt kind of alone a lot growing up. But I knew, in the earlier years, I was like, "Whoa!" I felt abandoned and bitter and resentful. But then when you reach enlightenment, as we say, but when we see things from a higher perspective and realize you choose your parents for a reason, you choose your family before you come down here, fully aware, it's like, oh, I can't blame them anymore. And I'm like, "Oh, I chose them for this specific reason." I know I chose my mom, she's, very, spiritually oriented and wanted to be a teacher, growing up, and my dad, he was a salesman, and he knows people, and he's Sagittarius humor. When I look at the combination of them 2, I'm like, "Well, there I am." And I know I chose them on purpose, for all my experiences, and so did they. So you can just release it and you can't change their minds about what they're thinking and how they're thinking. That's all gone now. They're adults now, right? And so the only thing that we can do, and this is for everyone, for the entire world, we can't change people's minds. I mean, have you ever had anyone try to change your mind? It always works 100% of the time. No, it works 0% of the time because people get defensive. They don't want you to change your minds, but we can change hearts. And the only way to change hearts is unconditional love. And that's all you can do. You let them have their journey and, like, okay, that's the choices they want to make. Then they get to do that. But you just be you and show love. And that's how you change the world. So that's what they have for you, Twin Venus. So many, many blessings to enjoy all those grandchildren. So that is what they have. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. And Nova Rodriguez, thank you for your donation. And you like messages and guidance from spirit and spirit guides and angels. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. And I feel like you get a divine directions card here too. All right, there it is. Let's see what we start off with here. I like these little cards. Nature. Absolutely my pleasure, Twin Venus. There it goes. So nature, it says, reconnect with nature. Feel the sun on your skin. Walk barefoot on the grass. So I like this. Getting out into nature, reconnecting. It does help you, you know, center. It helps you feel grounded. It helps you get clear, with your energies, right? And you have this. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slowest moving knight. It still shows movement in the outside world here. And you got the Eight of Pentacles, which shows you've been putting in a lot of work around something, whether it's relationships or work or education or something in the outside world. You've been putting a lot of effort in. And this is saying things are changing, things are moving in the outside world in a positive way, movement up. It would be like moving from an apprentice to a master, assistant manager to a manager, graduating school. It's like this movement up. And you're moving up. And if anyone hasn't done their work and they can't move up, well, you have a choice to make. Are you going to move down or are you going to move up? But things cannot stay the same the way they are. And things have been slowly moving in this direction, but they're about to really speed up here. And part of all this journey that's been happening here with this movement and these changes and this work you've been doing, here is the Saturn energy and this benefit that's coming here. Saturn energy tells us that they are the taskmaster. They're the what do they used to, when the astrologer that I studied under, she would call him the um the rich grumpy grandpa. But they were like, they're the workhorse, and they have all this information to share and these lessons to teach. And if you'll learn the lessons, if you'll do the work, you get the reward. And that's what I feel with all this, is that it feels like it's been a long time coming, where you've done a lot of the work and you're doing a lot of the effort, you're releasing a lot of the stuff, and it's been feeling like dirt, 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 right? But now here comes the coming in. Eight is movement, it's flow, and your outside world is about to just pick up space and speed with it. And it's gonna move here, and you'll have decisions to make, about um like for an example, a job. If you've really applied yourself and you've done a lot, and the job keeps saying, well, we'll promote you when, and the carrot that they've been having there is like all dried out and moldy and has flies on it because it's been out there for so long and they never let you have the carrot. It's like, you developed yourself, you've done a lot of stuff, and you're like, you know what? I can't stay where I'm at anymore, and I'm going to move. And you like make a decision to apply somewhere, and you get a supervisor position where the company you were in always kept on kind of promising you and having you lead, but they've never done it. It's that kind of thing, or even a relationship or that kind of thing. So hopefully that makes sense. But I like it. They're basically saying you've done the work and here comes the change. Here comes the movement. Yeah, definitely coming in there. And so I like it. I like it for you. So hopefully that resonates for you, Nova. You said, "Oh wow, I like it. I like the reading coming in here for you." And the Lovers card popped out here too, which is an important partnership, important friendship. It could be romance, of course, too. Doesn't have to be, but it could be a reconnection. Very important connection with this movement that's happening. It takes you into this. So I like it for you too. And that is what they have. So many, many blessings to you, Nova. And thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. You are very welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, what is this? You were all doing good, and then, "Well, what was that? What's this? Oh, by the way, here comes this, important, best friend, some sort of, important relationship. What wait, what was that?" All right. So, Julia, you will up next here, and no, you cannot change your question. It's just not allowed. Of course you can. So you want to know, is David in love with you? If so, what was it about? What is it about you that make them in love with you? Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, all right. Let's see what else. All right. So I don't have an in love, like in love with card here. Um, that's popping up, but they gave me a lot of things that they really admire about you and that attract them to you. So I must feel like there's like this underlying thing that they have love for you, but I feel like they're still dealing with all that caca poo poo doo doo from ex-wife, right? That they are just like um their heart their heart, like, sticks out. It's like a rabbit coming out from the bushes. I don't know why they're showing me that, but it's like it comes out a little bit more, comes out a little bit more, comes out a little bit more. So I like that, but so let me just show you the things here. Okay, we'll start over here. I'm like, I wanna talk about it all at the same time. So they see here that you are like this. You show them a new world. This is the world card. It's the ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure type of energy. And that it's like you show them a new world of possibilities, and you just see the world differently. And you bring so much like uh, this is stable energy, but it's joy, celebration, and brightness, right? And so it's like you show them a different world, you show them the bright side of life, and so this is something that they're just like, wow. Um, and then big thinker, you have a great way of looking at things in life. I mean, you've got the King of Swords, you got the Page of Swords, you got the Ace of Swords, and you have the 8. The 8 of Swords is like you have all of this ability, all this awareness, and this is like the 8 is the smooth movement of cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make us feel limited and like blinded and trapped and small, and um they see that you have released yourself from all this stuff and that you set yourself free, and you're showing like, you have the tools, you have this is what sets you free, and it's here and it's here. So it showed this. They see how you've progressed, and that you were given a tool, you applied it, and you became a master of it. And so they like this. They see that you have the ability. And I don't know if you guys have like long conversations, like if you guys go deep into conversations about, things. Um, if you don't, I feel like they just have witnessed it or understand it, but they just are like, you get it. You like they're seeing that you have answers, um, to things, like you are able to help them overcome and get away from the wicked witch of the west. All the feelings they have, the fears they have, that they're going to swoop down. And the other one of the other big things, they see you as this strong individual, that you stand on your own. The nine, you have this journey, you have this inner strength of your worth in relationship to the outside world. You just, again, not only do you have the King of Swords, but you have the King of Pentacles, which shows that you really have this wisdom, having experienced the outside world and your worth in relationship to it. And you don't look to the outside world in huge ways like everyone else does to define themselves, because you've gone through, this inner journey. So they see all this and they're just blown away by it. Um, maybe a little, I think we talked about it, a little bit intimidated by it, because they're just like, "Wow, sometimes I feel stupid." Like, "Well, I should have been smarter about things." But I don't feel like you judge them. I think that's them doing it themselves. But I just feel like they can't, you know. It's like a huge bonfire with a candle next to it. It's like, "Wow, I feel small." And it's like, "Well, you can burn brighter, and you'll get there." You just have to stack a lot of wood on top of the candle and it catches on fire. It just takes effort and time, which you have done, right? So I like all this. I feel like there's this respect that's there, and there's this, definitely this admiration, I feel. Um, and like I said, it just feels like you're from another, almost like a different world. It's like almost a different planet. And they're intrigued by it. Intrigued is another word. So I like all this, and I feel like they will, that it will, um, once they get brave enough, they'll share their heart. I feel they have love for you, but I don't know if the in love is. Um, I don't feel like they move fast on that. I feel like they really protect their heart after it's been stomped on so much by. Oh my gosh, this card just came flying out. Yeah. So after it's been stomped on so much, they're like, "Am I gonna allow it to have a fourth sword stuck in it?" But, you know, too scary. What's too scary? So that is what they have, for you, Julia. So many blessings to you. All right. So Nova, thank you for your donation here, and, for your additional donation. And, so, do your dreams of creating music align with expressing your heart's desire? All right. That's right. Supernova. It's only scary if you're a cat. Katie. Hey, Katie. Let's take a look here. Yeah. It's so funny. So this is the your higher self calling you higher, right? But what stood out to me immediately is they're blowing a horn, they're making music. So I'd be like, yeah, I believe so. Because then you also have the Queen of Cups, which, she rolls over emotion and heart. So she definitely is there, and you have the magician, which is expressing, allowing that energy to come through and expressing it to the world, which I usually say with, if we don't know how we're wanting to express our unconditional love to the world, this is what it is. It's how do you express it? How do you want to express it? And you have the 10 of Pentacles, abundance and overflowingness. So definitely creating music is part of your gift and how your heart wants to express it to the world. And I think it feels familiar. They're bringing back something of, that this is, um, you know, when you share from your heart, there's a difference, right? And when with music, when someone is just playing notes, it's like yawn. Um, yeah, you know, but when someone's playing from their heart, you're just like, you just everyone's hair stands up on their, you can see like on America's Got Talent when, the judges are like, "Oh," like, "Look at they look," it's like you can tell that here comes this that comes through, and you definitely have the ability to access that from your heart and share it, so that would be an absolute yes for you, Nova. It is part of your journey, absolutely. That's what they have for you, so many blessings to you. Easy breezy answer there. They came out boom, boom, boom. And thank you again for your donation. All right, AF Gemini, thank you for your donation. Trippy. You're so funny. Welcome back, Jules. All right, so AF Gemini, a general read with Taurus in you. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here with the Taurus in you. And then they also want to give you a chakra love card. All right, let's take a look here. Two. All right. So the first one here is the throat chakra, which talks about expression. And let's see if it'll focus here for you. There it goes. And then I'll read it, of course. And it says, express your true self. The world needs you. So express what you are wanting. Let me see what your tarot cards are here, too. Okay. I see it. And then you have the heart chakra coming in here with connection. There it goes. And it says, Father Divine and Mother Earth make love in your heart. I like that. Um, and then if you're into crystals, you have the lapis lazuli and the green ocean jasper. So I like those coming in. So you definitely have this expressing yourself here. And I feel like we've got this, here's, you know, dreams come true, and here's emotional confusion, and here's why the heck you taking so long? But here's the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all. Doop doop doo, right? And here's this emotional confusion, Seven of Cups. And here's the Nine of Cups, right? And it's like, you're waiting for your dream to come true, but there's this gap in here because this is where the Eight of Cups would be. Here's Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. And you're just like, what's going on here? And they're like, do, 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 do. So general energy is like, yeah, it's taking time for them to get to stage 8 here, which is letting go of emotions that no longer serve and people that no longer serve, any type of relationships and friendships and things like that. So they're just caught up in this emotional storm that it's just like they're doing backflips in this emotional storm and they can't get their bearings, is what I feel is coming in here. Oh, Jesus. Seven of Pentacles, waiting for it to happen in the Hermit's journey. So they're in that Hermit's journey here. Here they're still working on this. And let's do one more card here. So we do have the Page of Cups. They looks like they eventually will be able to offer this, but they're like, is it worth the wait? That's always your question, right? Hmm. Um, but of course, there's also this message that whenever we have, you know, cards like this coming in with the slowness, that's always yeah, it's always a nice nudge from spirit for all of us. Because when our life is going slower, one, the thing that speeds it up is raising our love vibration. That speeds up things for us in our life. And so, this journey that they're in, we can also focus on our self love because this is the chalice, the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups, which is represents self love. Um, that the more we raise our self-love, the more we're able to give and receive more love to others too, right? Because we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So we have that, you know, expands and gets bigger. And so while we're waiting, they Spirit showed me once, like, when we're waiting for someone else to do their inner work and we're in the waiting room, they just painted the walls, and so we're sitting in there. Once the paint is dry, then that's when, it's like waiting, watching paint dry, right? But, while we're waiting, once the paint is dry is when they are able to offer love, and, there's this, if you have a movement of your own that you make, like it's like turning a fan on, it helps dry things faster. So I like that analogy that they give there. But that's what's going on here. I don't feel like a whole lot has, super changed. I feel like they're in that time of transition, but um, the thing that we can do to speed things up is focus on our inner love right now. Yeah. Yeah. Or just sit there and get high off the wet paint, whatever we wanna do. I'm gonna grab this other card that fell down here. There it is. Okay. So that's what they have for you, AF Gemini. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I think that was all of those. All right. Let's see. Where did we leave off on the free readings? Up top, Project Skyfalls. You were up next. So let's take a look here. How does July look for you? All right. And since I'm at 2 hours and 45 minutes, I'm going to start doing just one card for the free readings, just to try to get through some here before I end my session. I take Monday and Tuesday nights off from doing lives because I'm here Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11. So I do other things on those other 2 days. But we've got the Six of Wands here for you, Project Skyfalls, and this is victory. This is being seen. This is this wonderful balanced energy coming in here for it. So it does feel like a month of progress, a month of victory. You got the little wreath of victory, and you're even wearing around your head. It's like, woohoo, you're being recognized and being brought up too. So I like that. It feels very, very solid, very, victorious. I can't just say any other word besides that. So it's very solid. I'm coming up. So I like those for you. So that is what they have. Easy breezy. Not a whole lot of extra in there at this time. I am going to start working on July readings here very soon. Um, so those will be coming out toward the end of the month too. All right. So, Daisy, you're up next. So, is your life meant for prosperity and abundance? Just a random question. Yes. Page of Pentacles. New abundance, new abundance, new abundance. So, definitely, it is designed for prosperity and abundance, receiving the Page of Pentacles. So, that's what they have for you. Short and easy breezy answer quick questions, all right? I know, right? No sniffing paint. All right, Happy Pill, you're up next here. So, what major changes are happening for you in September? All right, so let's take a look here. We're doing single card readings now. So, we'll see what one thing that they want you to know that's coming up for you in September. Okay, here it is. Well, you got the King of Wands here. King of Wands is kind of like entrepreneur energy, but it also is about putting forth your energy, stepping forward, taking risks. You're protected by the little salamander down here from risk. And the king really has this great understanding of where they invest their power is what expands there. So there is this kind of, you know, boss energy that comes in with it, where, if you are looking at stepping off and starting your own business, that would be very welcome with this energy. But it is about initiating and stepping forward, and it's like the magician energy. He has the huge wand, and so it's like this wizard that is able to, with their energy, really make a lot of things happen. But it's really important um, to keep in mind what you are focusing your energy on, because whatever you point your staff at is what expands. So if you're focusing on gratitude, more things to be grateful for happen. If you're focusing on fears and lack and those type of things, those things we draw in instead. So I like this, that there's this, energy that comes in around that. So that is what they have for you right now, Happy Pill. So many blessings for you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Magician, you'd like ancestral guidance via Oracle. And so I am being drawn here to the Prairie Majesty Oracle. So, evidently, your ancestors are from the prairie. Maybe not. So, what is your ancestors? What would they like you to know? Okay, there we go. Ooh, you got Delight with Wild Bergamot. And what enchants me? What enchants you? So, yeah, it's like there's this energy of what does make your heart sing, right? What does your soul really, how is it gonna, uh, how does it want to be expressed into the world? So I feel like there's like this, like they're encouraging you to find out, you know, moving from like feeling like you're existing to feel like you're living, right? And it says, each and every one of us has a claim to the thrilling innocence of pleasure, untainted and undiluted, to dance and sing and fully enjoy. Whatever you call it, from wild bergamot to bee balm to sweet leaf, this delicately beautiful herb offers to cast a reveling enchantment for you today. During the annual ball of flower courtship on the prairie, her tubular flowers invite pollinators to sip sweet nectar and pollen. In return, the dance of friends like bumblebee, hummingbird, and butterfly helps her spread the fairy dust of new life. And meanwhile, wild bergamot's oregano like aroma discourages mammals such as bison, deer, or rabbit from consuming her for lunch. Wow. So, wild bergamot knows many spells for joy. Is there a miasma of shame, guilt, or unworthiness clouding your receptivity? Ask her to help you dissolve it. Does pleasure feel forbidden because it's unproductive? Follow her example in setting life sustaining boundaries. You are not a cog in the illusory wheel of whatever feels bigger than you. Cultivate time and space for whatever brings you happiness, even if it doesn't accomplish anything else. This can be as simple or as grand as you like. Wow. I like it. So they're like, take time to be happy and choose joy and do things um, for life. So I like that, magician. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And we will continue flowing down the list here. So Christy O'Connor, So whatever spirit wants to tell you for the rest of the month. All right. Hang out, hang out, woman. See things from a higher perspective. You're in transformation. They're just like, just enjoy the process. I feel like there's not even anything that you have to do. They're like just saying, just allow yourself to go through and allow things to unfold, go with the flow, like a caterpillar to a butterfly. They build the cocoon and then they let nature take its course. It dissolves, it transforms, and then they struggle to get out of the, cocoon or chrysalis to strengthen their wings, and then they go out, let their wings dry and fly. So I feel like they're just like, let the process unfold. You're just able to allow this patience of the process is happening. You've mixed the cake, you put it in the pan, it's in the oven. Now you're waiting for it to bake, and that's okay. Let it bake. So that's what I feel they have for you right now, Christy. So many blessings for you. All right, we'll continue moving down. We got Anjali. You are up next here, like an angel message. So let's take a look here. What do the angels want for you right here? Hmm. I feel like you got this before. I don't know. Just I don't know why. But they got the Emperor card, which is Aries energy, new movement, you deciding what you want to do and how you want to move forward. Because the Emperor, of course, a lot of advisors suggesting what they should do and not do, and blah blah blah. But the emperor stands up and clears the throne room after a while and goes, "Look, I've heard everyone's advice, but this is what I want to do. It's my kingdom, it's my empire. So this is what I'm going to do." And they initiate change. And I feel like this is what they are wanting you to do is like, it is time. You can step forward, you can make these changes. So, you don't have to hold back. You don't have to hold back. It's time, and you can step forward in that. So that's what I feel like they're nudging there for you, Anjali. So whatever this is, it's time, it's time, it's time. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And then we took care of those already. All right. So I'm just going to look here because now this is where we have comments. I just want to make sure I'm not skipping over anyone. All right. So Patricia's going. You want cards, please, for the next few weeks. Changes to your future life and home. All right, let's take a look here. We are pulling one card readings right now. You have the King of Swords, which they roll over air with the Queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So this particular king is the master of thought and belief and mindset. And so, over these changes that are coming up here, this is really this Ace of Swords. You're able to see things from a higher perspective, from capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love that allow you to cut away some fears, some mindsets, some supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and these things that would have held you back before, which would have limited experiences. So it's like opening up and dumping a lot of these popular opinions you were given all your life and really start this kind of trusting relationship of, you know what? I'm going to open my mind, open my heart to the creator and trust that they're going to bring me the who and the how, the perfect who and the perfect what in the perfect when in the perfect how, so we're trusting and we're opening and not trying to control things so much. And it's releasing our minds and it's given us peace of mind because we're able to move forward without trying to control out of things that we can't control. So that's what I feel is coming through there for you, Patricia. So many, many blessings to you. And we will continue moving down the list here. All right, Shirley. Hello, hello. So, can we please tell you, will your friend, the Pisces, contact you soon? So, you left him an email and you've been friends for a few years, but you believe that he may have blocked you. No response. All right, let's take a look here and see. All right. Almost lost a bunch of cards. Okay. Shoo, shoo. Okay, so here we go. Well, We have this special relationship. It doesn't mean it has to be lovers, but it is a special friendship. It is a significant friendship, and relationship, for you, but, so I feel like I don't know, I don't feel like they've blocked you, but I feel like you will get a response from them. They do feel your relationship or your friendship is important, but I feel like the delay is they just have a lot going on, um, or it went to their junk mail. So with email, you never know. These days settings, you just and we get so much junk mail. Um, so I feel like that you'll get a response eventually. And if not, I feel like it, depending on if it's been a month, wait 30 days and just send one more email and just say, hey, I'm not sure if this went into your junk mail or not, but I just wanted to, I know how email, are these days. So, um, I would just send another one, but I'd wait 30 days, not like, right after. Just give them time, to respond. So that's what I have coming through there for you. So many, many blessings to you, Shirley. All right. And so AAC, you'll be my next free reading here if I come back to free readings. But I do have a donation here coming in from Red. Thank you so much, Red, for your donation. And you want to know, will there be contact with D? All right, let's take a look here. Actually, I'm going to switch up cards here to the Good Tarot and take a sip of my tea. All right. So, will there be contact with D? Yeah, I like this for you. You've got the star card, which is wish fulfillment coming in here. And then also the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Earth, which is a solid foundation in the outside world. So these cards together is an affirmative on that here. Got the Three of Water, which is the Three of Cups, joy, celebration. So I feel like that you will be contacted with them, and because all of that is very solid and happy. You have the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, which is the balancing of the outside world. It's usually equal giving and receiving that's coming in here. And so I feel like it will feel very balanced, the communication that comes in and the contact here. I don't see anything of concern with any of these things here. Let me just see if there's anything additional. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what these are here. Yeah. So you got the Magician, which is manifestation and movement and fire coming in. So that's good. Queen of Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It does also, birth and in newness coming in. But I feel like an important piece of all this is like paying attention to you, paying attention to yourself and nurturing yourself here. Um, Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that would make sense with work schedules because this popped out too with the Eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles, which is a lot of work being invested, a lot of things, which creates movement, which creates things. But I do feel like that it will come in here. I mean, it's there is this, all of these. There's nothing that is telling me that that it won't happen, but I feel like it will. Let me see here. Since it's been several months, let me see if they'll give us a time frame at all. Any any okay. Well, King of Fire, King of Wands. So I feel like this is like a lot of fire, a lot of movement. So I feel like it will be pretty quick here. Maybe around the 4th of July. All this fireworks coming in here is what's coming into my mind. So I feel like it'll be around that time here. So Yeah, I think he will be the one to reach out because that was our question is, oh, yes, will there be contact? But I feel like it's something about 4th of July. Yeah, King of Fire. Do they think about you? Um, Passion. I thought that reminds me of the 4th of July again. I think that's what I was thinking about when it popped in here. But let's see here. Oh, all this fire, 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 fire. So there's something about fireworks that are here. The 3 of Wands, the 3 this is like a change of direction in their life, so I feel like they've got so much going on here that, I don't feel like they think about a whole lot of stuff. I feel like they've been, like, busy, busy, work, work, school, school, and I feel like they've been overwhelmed with things here, and I almost feel like with the 4th with all this fire, that feels like the 4th of July. It just keeps on coming up around that 4th of July weekend time frame. I just feel like there's either contact or I don't know if you guys live near each other. But I feel like that's where this connection happens. It's just like um, it comes together and see, do they do the contacting here? Yeah. Yeah, we've got the patient, but we have they make the phone call here. So here's the call. So the patients, they'll call. I like it. So there you go. That's what they have for you, Red. So thank you so much for your donation, and I look forward to the 4th of July weekend. I just feel like that. It keeps coming through. Absolutely, it's my pleasure. Thank you for your donation. All right, always victory. So you'd like Oracle 3. Oh, so you like 2 Oracle. So you want Oracle 3 and Oracle 2. And where you are on your spiritual healing journey. All right. So number 3 first, which is the Psychic Tarot Oracle, which you probably knew that from earlier. But just in case, all right. So that's your card there. And then number 2, which is the Higher Self Oracle. Hmm. What a great combo. So let's see here. Okay. And that one here. So, oh, too funny. All right. So, your Oracle 3 is the Truth card, number 20, which would be the Judgment card, right? So the balancing of, and I'll read from the book here, but when I get this in the tarot, of course, that's all about balance. They have like the Ace of Swords and the scales, and it's about seeing things from a higher perspective, connecting to those truths, capital T truths of unconditional love, and cutting away the small t truths of fear, right? It's like cutting those away, and it's the balancing of the scales. So I feel like, where are you at? You're balancing those things out and you're connecting to your higher truths, your truths. And let's see what comes in here. Yeah, it is Judgment card. So, so the qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, hmm. Clarity, the revelation of truth and cosmic consciousness. At times, it takes a wake up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be a top priority. So, doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. So, the truth card reminds you that a significant change can be made in a certain area of your life, but don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. Ooh, so ominous. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. So be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. Wow. I like that for you. And then your higher self card is, oh, wow, is fear. So let's see what that brings in here for you. So cutting away fears, cutting away fears. I know, right? They always are, especially when you choose the oracles. Boom, boom. It's like, psh, right? So the quote is from Lao Tzu, which says, "There is no illusion greater than fear." So it says there are two thought systems operating on the planet: the egos and the spirits. We talk about, right? Unconditional love and conditional love. The ego's thought system is fear based, and spirits is love based. Absolutely. Um, while spirit is the enduring true reality, fear has run rampant, constantly dominating the minds of the masses. Isn't that the truth? Fear is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear spells, right? FEAR. A telltale sign that your thinking has become a hostage of your ego or the negative thought systems is the powerful presence of fear. So, this card is a sign that fear can be affecting some part of your life and can be addressed. Fear manifests in various forms throughout our emotional journey on this planet. It may emerge as worry, anger, doubt, or anxiety. And if you're worried that a situation may not work out as you are hoping, take heart. The divine has it handled and is bringing the proper solution at the right time. Do not feed worry into the equation, otherwise, you'll attract more of what you emote. It's like I wrote this book, right? If anger has overcome you and you are struggling to release it, ask your higher self to help you let go and forgive the person, the action, or the circumstance. If you're afraid that your hopes and dreams cannot manifest, then this card comes to tell you to have faith in yourself and in the divine. What is meant for you is meant for you, and it will happen at the right time. Huh, pretty, that's good wisdom, right? What's meant for you is meant for you. I like it. If you're currently facing a problem and anxiety is interfering with your ability to find the solution or manage your mind, then call upon your higher self to help you let go, calm your mind and heart, and trust that everything will work out as it's supposed to. Your higher self's requests that you shift your mindset to the realm of spirit, which is fearless, ever loving, and supportive. And this card asks you to believe in yourself and remember that you have the power of all that is within you to surmount any situation and come out on the other end a strong and wise person. To release your fear, you're being guided to one, pray, or two, write down your fears on paper and burn them to symbolize releasing them to your higher power to be handled. Wow. I love it. That's what they have there for you. Always victory. I like those messages. Very powerful. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I love this journey that you're on. You're like, okay, here it comes. Here it comes. All right. So we're at 3 hours. Let me see. How many do I have left here? I think there's a lot of conversation. So I'm going to do a few more here since I know this is my last night until Wednesday night. So AAC, hello, hello. Can you travel overseas within the month of June or July? Let's take a look here and see if it's for your highest experience here. put that one right there. We have temptation, which is the devil card, the shadow card, which is challenging travel. It would be more that there'd be um, a lot of learning experiences that would happen to it through it all. So I almost feel like they're saying like, not right now. It's just that's more of a rattling, shaking type of card. And I mean, you can just expect delays, expect cancellations and that type of thing. I feel like they're more saying like, you're probably better to wait. It'd be more for your highest experience to wait. So that's what's coming through there with the energies right now, AAC. So I know. But that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right, Mr. Fireworks. Hey there, friend. I don't see a question yet for you, but hello, hello, if you're still here. All right. And Ty Madry, actually, we answered that question last night. So it was a yes. It was like they kept on going back and forth because it stood out to me. Um, they were saying that I think it was like a joy card. It was like, "Oh yeah, they will. You won't." They kept on saying, "I don't think you're not going to need it, but they will. But you're not going to need it, but they will. But you're not going to need it, but they will." So it definitely was a positive card that came in. I remember that for sure. All right, all right. So Jules. Finally to you, right? Like woohoo! If you're still here, you've been here. I think you left and came back. So you have just let go of you just let go of your TF, any universal messages of support. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Universal messages of support. So we've got the Messenger of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands in the Standard Tarot. And they're the fastest moving knight out of them all, but they're also on a quest for the Ace of Wands, right? Because all the knights are on a quest. So there's two messages that Spirit is bringing in. One is that um, everything is temporary in this realm, and so just realize that nothing stays the same forever, and things will be moving. Things move in this realm. So, they're kind of like letting you know that nothing lasts forever. The good feelings and the bad. It's like a stream of emotion. We're standing in it, we're gonna feel it, and it's gonna go, and things will change. The other thing with the knight in questing after the Ace of Wands is the search of our power, and that in each moment, we have our magic wand, the Ace of Wands. Whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And every moment is either of unconditional love, a higher vibration of love, or a lower vibration of love, which is the fear of losing conditional love. And whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring different experiences. So when we focus in on unconditional love and that higher vibration, we draw that in. Things of joy and laughter and gratitude and, the bright, higher vibrational. And when we focus on the fears, we feel limited and small and trapped and all those delicious emotions rooted in fear. But whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. So if I focus on loss, if I focus on what I feel is missing or what I hate in my life, tell the universe that I am loving that and I enjoy it. Can you bring me more of that? And so we're telling the universe, and when we focus on gratitude, then it's like, I really enjoy being grateful for things. Can you bring me more things to be grateful for? And so we hold a lot of our energy here. So, it's like whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And every moment is a mental choice of what story we put to it, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it, what energy we want to invest in the moment, and what actions we take. No one does anything to us, everything happens for us. And we are the ones that choose all of that. No one makes me feel a certain way. No one makes me think a certain way, though we were inundated with a lot of opinion growing up about supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, that we took on as our own opinion because we're kids. We don't know any better, but we can change our habit. We have a habit of thinking and feeling and investing our energy because we are taught to focus on our fears growing up, but we can change that. We can change our habit. So I feel like this is some, messages of support of that, how powerful you are, and how you can change things, and that there's no judgment. Feel what you want to feel, but when you're tired, sick and tired of feeling sick and tired or feeling a certain way, you can change it. And when you're tired, it's like, a cold pool and a hot tub. A cold pool feels great on a hot 120-degree summer day. And then when the sun goes down and the temperature drops and we're like, "Brr," the hot tub feels good. And then we feel like a boiling frog after a while. And I'm going to go jump in the cold pool, a little bit of drama. And then I want to go back and I want to go back and back. So all that can unfold there. But that's what they have for you, Jules. So many blessings to you. Hopefully that feels good. This realm is wacko. All right, it's what draws us here for sure. It's definitely this giant amusement park full of fear rides, and that's what we come here to do, is to ride the fear rides. Thanks for all your activity. I see a lot of comments that you've made in here, so thank you. Glad to have you here. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so we answered those. We answered those. Okay, we answered Brenda. So we did those. We did those. Sorry, I'm just trying to read through here and make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay, we answered those. Jules is dropping some wisdom in here. I see that. Thank you so much for that. All right. All right. So Rosalind. Oh, actually, Eliza. Oh, thank you, Eliza, for answering, Rosalind. I thought you had a question. I'm like, oh no, you were just being helpful. Thank you so much. All right. So Rosalind, you were asking, does John still love you? All right, let's take a look here. See what is going on with Mr. John here. The Six of Water, they have memories. There's a dual message with the Six of Cups coming in here for you, because there's like this, they've got this it's nostalgia card. It's thinking about the good times, thinking about the memories. But there's also the Six of Cups is like someone from their past came back into their life. And they'll always have a love for you in their heart, but I feel like they've gone kind of into an old relationship that came back kind of energy that comes in here. So, I feel like, for you, it just feels like your spirit guides are like, you have a place in their heart, but um there's something more for you down the road, something more deserving for you. So I feel like they're like, no, just keep going. Keep going, keep going. Don't try to go backwards or go anywhere. Just let them go in their direction, because it happened so that you could move forward on there. So that's what I feel is coming in for you, Rosalind. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right. And then Tulsi Sharma, you want to know, does Vijay love you? Let's take a look here and see. With this Six of Pentacles, the Six of Earth here, I feel like they have this out of balance giving and receiving of love that's in their life here. And I don't feel like they love very easily, very quickly. I feel like the kind of childhood that they had to give so much to get so little love that they just don't feel like they're deserving of love. And so I don't feel like because they don't have a ton of love for themselves, they don't have uh, the ability to love others at this time in their life. They haven't done this inner work and this inner release. So it's not that you're not lovable. It's just that they don't love themselves, and you can't love others more than to the extent you love yourself or receive love from others more than the extent you love yourself. And I don't feel like they have a ton of it. I feel like they got such this out of balance um, love exchange that they think of themselves very small, of deserving of love. So I know but that's their journey. But that's why, it's nothing to do with you. They find it hard to receive love or give love to anyone. So that's what's coming in there. So many blessings to you, Tulsi. Hang in there. Send them lots of love. It'll eventually trickle in to them, but they're on their journey for sure. All right. All right. So Shane, you said that there. We did that. We did that. We did that. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We did that. We did that. Latoya, if you're still here, let me just jump to the bottom here. All right. Okay. I lost my place. Sorry. Let me scroll down. I highlighted it. Where did it go? Maybe I'm further. Oh, because it's further down than I thought. All right, Latoya. So you'd like a general reading. All right. So let's take a look here in love. So let's take a look and see here. All right. This is the one. Well, you have the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles. For me, this is about stability in the outside world, but for me, this is really the screaming home, home, home. So I'm not sure if how that relates to you, but it's about home. And I don't know if it's someplace that feels like home or like you're going home or you're moving home or someone near your home, but it's just like it feels like this love that's coming in. It's something that feels home related. And maybe someone's going to come work on your home, break something, have a service guy come out. I'm just kidding. um, but I just feel they keep on saying home, 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 HOME. Maybe it's someone that makes you feel like home or they feel like home to you, but it's a very stable outside world kind of energy that's coming in. And they're not telling me anything else besides that. I feel like that means a lot to you. They're just like, they keep on repeating it, like almost annoyingly in my head. Home, home, home. I'm like, okay, fine. That's it. So that's what you have right now, Latoya. Home. HOME. Go home. I don't know what it is, but that's your spirit guide, so you can take it up with them. All right, Latoya, many blessings to you. All right. So we did that. We did that. Oh, and Patty, I think you asked a follow-up question. I just now saw that. I don't know if you're still here. Does this mean you need to manifest for it to come through or just play cautious? Um, I can't remember what that was about. It was about the job, things coming through. I felt like it was just gonna unfold, um, but I'm not sure at this point here. Um, I think because my energy is kinda waning, I'm almost sitting 3.5 hours, so, um, we can follow up on that, Patty. Alright. Hey, Heather Walker. If you're still here, hello. I know it's probably a while ago. We took care of those, we took care of those. I think we're getting close to the bottom here. So thank you guys for your patience. Okay, we answered those. We answered those. Okay, very good. We did those. All right. Yeah, yeah, we're to the bottom here. So Aisha, hello. Yes, you can definitely ask a question. Mars is up next here. So a message from the universe about moving. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Yep. Strength. Number 8 of flow. Movement, Leo energy, fire energy. So I feel like this is a positive thing. Definitely involve your higher self here. This is your higher self. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. Your human self, can walk in a coordination with your higher self, but trust your gut, trust your instinct. And the 8 is a flow number. So if you're wondering, should I move or shouldn't I? It's like it's a very positive card. You have the ability, you have the connection, and trust that connection. Oh, yeah. Latoya, you are here. Yay. I know. What is it? What is it with does home mean something to you? All right. All right. So, Aisha, there's your question there. So, does Farhan love you? Crush with no contact. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Got the 2 of fire, the 2 of wands. I feel wands energy is more passion, and I feel like they're torn between 2 passions. So, I feel like, they feel very fiery, they feel very grass fire-ish, and I'll explain what that means. It's like someone about this, they're fast, they consume and they move forward, and they it's kind of like they're very passion oriented, and they go through a lot of lives. And a grass fire is important because it burns away stuff and allows new growth to happen. And it's almost like they're one of their roles that they play here is the destroyer of sorts. So I kind of like that there's no contact, and I can understand the crush, the draw, because I feel like they're a fire sign, which fire signs with, or they have a lot of fire in their chart, which draws, it's like Edward, the vampire in Twilight, when he said, I'm designed to attract you. It's like they're designed to attract. There's this draw. And so it's like, I can't help myself like no one can. But they are a destroyer. They are someone who just goes through these grasslands. And I feel like have several passions. So I kind of like it that there's no contact for you, because I feel like it'll save you from being burned. So that's what they have for you, Aisha. So many blessings to you. All right. And I think we already answered that, Tulsi, up above. And then Mez P. Hello, hello. And you want to know, what are Paul's intentions? Let's take a look here. So we've got this, the 7 of water, the 7 of cups, right? Emotional confusion. Definitely they've got this. I don't know, they really understand what their emotions want, but they have these intentions of like a new opportunity, but they they have no idea what they want emotionally. They're just like in this tornado doing backflips, but they want new opportunity. It's like I know that I want a new opportunity. I want to be able to get to know you, and kind of thing. But I feel like there's the 7 of cups just feels like I have no idea what I want, but that's what what's coming in there. Um, yeah, Aisha, I don't feel like there's this love there for sure. It's just like they're more of a passion. Um, they're not even a serial monogamist. I feel like they're just burn, 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 burn. They're a huge grass fire. So that's what's coming in. All right, everybody. Before I end the session this evening, I do want to make sure everyone knows You have last chance to enter the drawing for tomorrow. I do give away 2 30-minute personal recorded readings tomorrow. So if you want to find out how to get into the drawing, make sure to check out that video. It tells you all the skinny on how to do that. Also, there's another opportunity to win a reading in this new series that I'm starting. The first episode was this week, which was Take 10 with Zen, which are going to be videos that are 10 minutes and less. Probably do one a week. And It just talks about, how we can connect to spirit and get to know who we really are even more deeply. But within that video, there's also talks about how you can enter to win a 30-minute personal recorded reading as a special for the rollout of that. So you have an opportunity there. Also, if you haven't checked out your Joyous June readings, every month I put out readings for each individual zodiac sign, a monthly reading. So check those. Those go into pretty much a lot of detail. These ones averaged around 40 minutes. So there's a lot of good stuff in there because it was talking about what in your life is spirit wanting you to know that you're at a higher love vibration in, and what in our life maybe be unseen or is at a lower love vibration that you can, increase to change some things in your life if you wish. So I liked those. And then also each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. And this one that for this week was what can I be watching for? I also have a ton of other content and a ton of other pick a cards on my main page. So if you click on bruddaZEN Mystic Tarot, there's a ton of them out there. And then also on Friday night, I did in the beginning of my live, I did go into talking about the Gemini new moon and how you can use this new moon for new moon wishes. And it starts at 5:55, as I noted there. It's also in the pinned comment of the video, so you can click on that and it'll take you right to it. So I like it. I like it. A lot of free content, a lot of free things that are offered there. So, while I'm not on for 2 days doing lives, um, you can have a lot of free content that you can check out as well. So that is what we have going on here. And again, thank you guys so much for all of you that gave a thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the Zen love. You're a part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So I will be back on Wednesday. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I also offer personal readings if you guys ever want to check those out. All that information is in the description box of the video. They're pretty inexpensive for the recorded readings, and they even do live in-person readings too, video. So I think that's everything. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. We'll see you.